Feel like your schedule's upside down? Let's flip it with AI. Everybody knows that feeling when you have 12 tasks, 3 meetings, and somehow you're just.
Hello?
Yo,
Yo, what's up?
what's up?
Nothing much. Just give me 1 second. I'm not sure why I'm having this problem with my stream. See, maybe if I lower the bit rate. Let's go to 4.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the last couple days, it's just been disconnecting mid-session, which was never happening for the first 2 weeks. I'm not sure why it's starting to happen now.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's super weird. Okay, hopefully this fixes it, even if it's lower quality. I just want the VODs to be in one part, right? Okay, have you watched my VODs before? I asked all my students this.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, great. So then you kind of know how the session will go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch you play. I'm not gonna micromanage you. That's usually what I don't do on the first session, because I really want to see a raw skill, stuff like that. And
Alright.
yeah, so you can share your screen, queue up for a rank game, and then just tell me a little bit more about yourself. You said you're Plat 1 currently, right?
Yeah, I'm currently Plat 1. I peaked Plat 2
Okay,
last episode,
peak
last act.
peak Plat 2. Okay, great. And what's your role?
Duelist, mainly.
Duelist. Okay, cool. So yep, just share your
Alright.
screen whenever you can. Guys, don't forget, join the Discord below.
Is it working or?
Yep.
Okay.
And what agents do you usually play?
Uh, really, usually like Reyna or Phoenix. Like, if
Reyna,
a lot of
Phoenix.
times though, I find myself playing Clove a bit. A lot,
Okay.
like if there's two duelists already, but
All right, cool.
yeah.
No problem. So, obviously just pick your main role. Don't play Sentinel. You're not
Yeah,
really
yeah,
gonna
I
learn.
don't.
You're gonna learn how to play Sentinel, but that's not your main role. So, um, really pick
Alright.
your main role so I can really see what's going on with that.
Okay.
And yep.
Match found.
Oh, Pearl. This is probably my weakest map, so this might actually be good.
Good.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
Okay, great. Got Reyna. Okay, good. So I'm kind of happy you're not a jet player. Every VOD for the duelist player has been a jet, so it's just it gets boring for me. I'd rather see
Yeah,
my
I get that.
students do other agents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So again, I'll be writing general notes. There's 5 categories, so they won't be round specific. It's just overall your gameplay, comms, aim, movement, positioning. That's one, so that's three, and then it's utility usage and then game sense. Okay, and
Okay.
then I'll be writing down all the rounds and what happened, this and that, and then after your game, we'll go through the notes in the custom, and then after I will show you a routine slash exercise slash warm up you should be doing every day. That's your base. It will be your new baseline of what you should be doing before you play. What do you do for warm up currently?
Usually I hop in Kovacs for a bit, and
Okay,
then I'll
okay,
just play like a DM
all
just
right,
for
all right.
warm up.
Okay, we got a Kovacs player. That's good. I do Kovacs as well. Obviously people
Yeah.
don't choose to use it because you gotta pay $10, $15.
Yeah.
But I think Kovacs is better than Name Labs. That's my opinion. But
Yeah, I
just because
agree.
of the playlists that are on there are way harder and yeah, just harder than Name Labs. Name Labs is just very user friendly, kiddie friendly, right? But Kovacs is like
Yeah, yeah.
hardcore grinders, like aim train grinders. So there's a little bit of difference there. So after I can also show you the playlist that I use. The playlist I use to get to Immortal 3 consistently and maintain my aim. I would improve my
All
aim,
right.
so I can show you that. Um,
Cool.
after. But yep. So just don't be nervous. Like pretend I'm not here. I'm not watching. Nobody's watching you. You know,
Okay.
I'm not gonna be talking to you. So I'll talk to you after the game. Okay. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. Guys, don't forget to join the Discord for coaching. Join the Discord.
Spike's here.
Okay. First things first. He's a pearl. Excuse me. Round. Attack.
All right, they got 3 duelists. So
Yeah.
Round 8. Round 9. 12. Okay, so round 1. They start A,
Yeah,
up
sure.
B.
Where are you? Drop in a scope. Remove them. Drop in movement. Bring them down.
sure, my mouse is gonna.
They're all 3 mid. There's 3 mid.
Spike
Or
down
maybe
B.
2 more actually. Can you do something? 2 or 3.
Yeah, my mouse disconnected. I don't know what happened.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
that's unfortunate.
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine, and I will kill to defend it. You're mine right now. Bring them down. Blocking movement. I'll find you.
30 Phoenix.
Can be done.
Spike down A.
I mean,
One backside. Marshall.
nothing crazy here.
Danger.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Hopefully it's not a stun.
That's a kill. No peeking.
Thirty seconds left.
Ew, he actually almost won that.
I'm nothing like the enemy clove. I wouldn't be caught dead in that outfit.
So this is the big round here.
I think the clone was mid, right?
Spike's here. They are mine.
Starts B.
Enemy spotted B.
Needs to flash. Corner. Long.
Not here.
Just dry.
Back screens. Could be Hall. No flash.
Go to the screen. Be careful.
One back screens.
He moved.
This could be holes.
Hall and B-Link. Hall and B-Link.
Spike down B.
Skills.
I haven't seen Phoenix yet.
Goes
Last player
to
standing.
link. What is going on? Who is
30 seconds left.
That's right.
Okay, wait, Clove. I want you never, and I mean never, ever smoke these two spots ever again.
Listen up, you
I don't
mucker.
want
Where
you
should I
ever-
smoke? I never play
Okay.
smokes.
But you throw one tower, or you throw it. You either do these two, or you throw one right here on thing. That's way
Alright,
too many
bet.
things. You throw one
What
that's
about
level
for A? Should I smoke like mid or no?
mid, and then you either do flowers or secret, whatever they play a lot.
Oh wait, are we
Default
buying
is
or?
secret and here?
You're not better than me.
Let's just say
it's
so.
half
Don't bring that. Reloading. Right here.
I have flash. I'm flashing out.
Throwing net. Barrier deployed.
Backside, backside.
One flower.
55 neon.
I have
Secret,
a
secret.
sensor on.
Last player
Yeah.
standing.
Sensor trip. Okay. Ultimate ready. Pull them to their.
That's right. Damn.
Reyna, the offer stands. Take whatever life you
Um,
need from me.
they stacked B that round. Just try A again, or
What?
so we're going B.
Stay focused.
They're both top. Jeez.
Target down. Enemy spotted me.
Phoenix is one.
Reloading.
Ding.
Bring them down. Stay down.
Nice. There's Phoenix is here. We have eye.
Where are you?
He's gonna flash probably.
Still waiting. Mark one.
Last player standing.
Behind,
Flanking,
behind,
flanking.
behind.
Anti.
Yeah, I hit Phoenix for 100.
Their teeth
Let's go
will
mid, top,
chatter
top,
in
go
the
inside.
cold and dark.
Mid. I think A is their weaker side, honestly. We could just keep pushing A. Actually, well, they can't. Nice.
You had your fun. My turn.
Tails A side. Oh, it's 2A. Reyna and Teo. I did 65 Reyna, but she healed. One more A, one more A.
Down mid.
Or 2, sorry.
Reloading. Gun. Reloading.
Last player
Down.
standing. Spike down.
Okay,
B.
I really hope this is not a 13-0,
Behind you. Hey guys,
I heard
but
one
it's
down
not
there.
looking very good for
Yeah.
him. His team,
Like, this is
they're
just
just
sad.
My ult is ready.
I'm
The battlefield
Doesn't
changes
mean that guy.
every play.
Spike's here.
honestly just for run A. Usually Phoenix and Teo are usually their A players. Reyna was art last round. It could be 3 here.
Reyna, we're making noise B.
Alright.
If you're gonna... Please make no noise over there.
Okay. Teo called B.
Two ups! Yeah, they have 2 ups! Let's work yourself across, bro.
Blocking movement.
Cutting their vision.
Spike planted.
They are cringe.
We're in a secret.
Block listening. Hi! I'm pissed!
Start finger blasting.
Censored down.
No strikes. Last player standing.
Getting destroyed.
They have 2 operators.
Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky.
Wait, they have 2 ops B
Just let
though.
them try to catch
Yep, 2 separate operators on B.
That's weird. I don't know why one didn't play A.
Everyone swing mid. I'm space.
Keep forcing it, so just
Reyna. Just go mid. Okay?
Okay.
Good boy.
what?
For you, hermanita.
One's an ARP.
Still inside.
Didn't see anything B link.
Insane.
target spotted mid.
Tails a connector? Yeah. More connector.
Get out.
Go
Nice.
here with off.
More connector.
No peeking. Bring them down. Barrier deployed.
He's connector with op.
Planted.
Play time. Don't overswing.
Yeah, we got numbers. One CT.
One enemy remaining.
That says op.
I'll find you.
There's no op right here. Or there's an op right here. There, I knew it.
Nice.
Grab
Go
off.
and meet your maker.
Nice.
The nightmare turns in our favor.
Need a drop.
Where are you?
So here they start
Art.
A.
Phoenix is art.
Dropping smokes.
Doesn't flash. Corner. Needs to flash.
I have this bite.
Throwing net. Hold them to their grave.
Cutting their vision.
Nothing there.
Flashes onto site.
Stunned.
Nice.
There's one flower.
Down A.
Flower and secret.
Player
Yeah,
standing.
they're getting dumpstered.
Save your gun. Don't even try to.
Their death demands our attention.
I can't really force. Just by sure.
Wait, press tab real quick.
Oh wait, I have it.
They're gonna have an op right here. Jump swing it and then
I think I have it
watch swing.
disabled for some reason.
No, just a scoreboard. I saw you put it on.
Oh,
No, not that one. The economy one. You have it disabled? I just saw you open it though.
Their fears betray
yeah, I
them.
didn't.
Oh, just
oh,
press buy. Press buy.
Oh.
Okay. I just wanted to see the economy.
Where are you?
Oh, okay.
Mark one. Multiple
It's one
targets
hall
free.
and then one side. It's stun. Can't be.
Blocking sight.
One more neon.
Careful flank.
Reload. There, take them.
There's 2 here now.
3, 3, 7.
One hall, Phoenix.
Ooh.
Rotate.
Back up if you can. We're gonna go ahead. Deadlock, can you heal me?
Yeah, I got you.
One enemy remaining.
Insta plant.
Barrier
Could be mid.
spike planted.
On site.
We'll catch them.
Just show. Bitch.
You're mid now.
Plan for everything.
Nice.
Nice.
Stay alive. I want their life, not yours.
Anyone feeling generous?
Can I get a buy, Deadlock? Since you didn't heal me last round.
Yeah, you're fucking funny. You think you're getting a buy? Fucking poor Ron over here.
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Testicular.
Ut på tur. Aldrig sur. I'll find you.
Let me grab orb.
Joke's over. You're dead.
I'm gonna try to get a free pick.
What's this? Enemy spotted A.
Anyone Phoenix are here? He's R 68. Nice.
Right there. Grab the bottom row. Full sprint. There might be. Be careful flank though. Good timing me. There's an op. Run away. Go mid. Go back A.
He's Hall with it.
He's just AFK haul the whole round.
Still waiting.
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
What a loser, man. I don't know what else to say about that one.
Well, usually
Last
they have op the
round
anchor,
before the
the anchor site.
We lose everything after this. Spend it.
I might just lurk mid here. I have a sheriff.
Spike down.
55 right now.
Target
It's 2 mid.
There's 3 there, bro. These kids are
Last
fucking.
player standing.
like I never left.
Last player standing.
Behind.
Yeah.
A little bit unlucky.
Yikes.
Those mids. Spam, spring.
Switching sides.
The symphony of
Need a drop.
death. Don't worry, you get used to it.
No noise, anything B?
BBB. What is this? I'm talking to you.
Still 3. There's one link, there's one B link. Nice. Last 2 B mid.
Spike down B.
To your left!
Bro, I gotta beat this guy. I can't.
One enemy remaining.
Don't worry, got wasted.
Spike spotted B. One dream ends, another begins.
I'm gonna push up A main here. Careful mid though. Clove
No
usually
heroics.
cloves are
Follow
clerk.
protocol.
Lade. There's like 3 there.
So he starts saying in there, he whips his shot.
Oops.
Stands in the clove decay and still takes a fight.
Out on site. Right now.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
This might be a quick game. Is they gonna lose this round? Oh yeah, yeah.
Do they not play really, really weird? I was watching mid doors because they played weird this entire game, bruh. I wouldn't put it past them. Okay.
Oh wait, I think he's talking to Deadlock. There's 3 B main right now. 1 mid. Clove is mid again.
Mark 2.
Clove's gonna be B-Link.
Enemy spotted B.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Bam. Bring them down.
See, that round, one of them clearly went all the way through the connector. Star spawn.
Match point.
They wouldn't have done
The
that last
enemy
round,
only
though, so
looks composed.
your point doesn't
Their
matter.
heart's
Yep.
still a
Get out,
difference.
get out. Stop talking. Get your mic.
I'm so lost.
Oh, you're just a really good boy.
The Clovers are only lurk players, so you just gotta hold it.
Oof, this might be.
Amen. Just a sec. Yep, side.
Blocking movement.
I'm gonna just back off
Don't
side.
roll.
Play retake. Play retake.
No soul walking. Just get him.
R. Oh wait, they didn't.
Phoenix is one.
Wait, where's this? Have you seen Clove?
We have not.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, behind us.
I'm one HP.
She jumped out. I think she's secret.
She just sealed off me.
Yeah, reload.
Don't swing, please.
Nice, sis.
I got your backs. Just, from the front.
No prisoners.
Mid. Smoke some. Careful, B-Link. Yep, they're clearing B-Link right now.
Go on
It's
B-Link,
tail,
go on
so. Yes. Both mid.
Both were mid.
Still in sight.
120 tail.
One enemy remaining.
Last 120.
You had your fun. My turn.
One enemy remaining.
What?
He was a mid.
Thirty seconds left.
Like, where you can go.
Spike planted.
Yes.
Fancy vacuum deactivated.
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them.
Mid, one mid. Soon. Yes. Spike's mid.
Down mid.
Cutting their vision.
I'm gonna hold Link.
One enemy remaining.
Target spotted
Grateful.
I'll find you. Spike sites.
Could be this time.
So he starts B here, guys.
Time to work.
I don't see anything B yet. Phoenix flash B.
B.
Still in sight.
Be careful mid.
40 Phoenix. There's a lot B.
Where are you? Have one of these.
Maybe what?
One down.
One in
What
B-Link.
the heck? Why'd that Reyna go around?
No peeking.
Spike planted.
Run, Spawn, just leaving mid.
Plum.
One more hole. Yes.
Last player standing. Last player standing.
GG's.
Attackers win.
GG's. A little bit unlucky. You guys got a little bit rolled, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I got a lot of good data off that. I'd actually rather my students lose. I tell all my students that.
All right, that's good.
You know, I don't want to see a perfect game from you, and then there's nothing to talk about at that point, right? I need to see what you're doing wrong. But
Yeah, I
okay,
did terrible.
no, it's all good. It's all good. I know you're probably nervous, stuff like that. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Okay. I get. Do you want me to keep my screen share on or?
No, you can turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're NA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just PM me your name and your hashtag.
Oh.
Just give me 1 sec here. Make sure my mic is on. Nope, it's not on. All right. There's a lot to unpack. Okay. Let me just invite you. Join. You can just join my team. Go on smokes. I'll play arena. Just you select the clove. Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna go through your general notes first, and then we can go into the round specifics. I kind of have a bad habit of when I'm talking about the general notes, I get sidetracked and I try to get really detailed and thorough. So I'm gonna try not to do that, so we can save it for in the round stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna quickly go through this for you. Okay. So
Okay.
okay, and I tell all my students there's gonna be way more cons than pros. Like it's just that's what happens when I'm trying to dissect what you're doing wrong instead of what you're doing right. I don't need to see what you're doing right. If you're doing something right, you just need to improve it and make it better. That's it. But I really need to see what you're doing wrong. So there's gonna be a lot of cons, way more than your pros.
dead.
It's
My
normal.
ult is
Okay.
ready.
It's not like I'm gonna bash you or anything. Okay. It's just I'm being objective about a lot of these things. Okay. So we'll go through your general notes. I will start with your cons and then end with your pros, and then we'll get into the round specifics. I wrote what happened in every round in terms of your point of view. Obviously we're not gonna care about the results, winning the round, stuff like that, but we're just really focusing on your gameplay. So the
Okay.
cons will be first, and then they are in 5 categories. It's comms, aims, movement, positioning. That's 1, and then utility usage and game sense. So there's 5 sections. Okay, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Just pause this. So first things first, comms needs to lead his team / be certain / assertive. Okay, obviously, you guys barely got to play defense, so I barely got to see those type of communications. Also, you can just watch my
Yeah.
POV too when I'm explaining things, so you can see what I'm kind of really talking about instead of just looking at my model. That's for later,
Oh
but
yeah.
you don't have to chase me around. But okay, so that's that. Just be a leader, right? When I'm trying to identify what's wrong with your game, when I think about it, I do think your aim is the weakest out of all of them. I actually think your game sense is probably your highest trait. Everyone's different, but generally
Yeah.
people from silver to gold to even plat, like always their aim is number 1 and then everything else is follow. So you're kind of on the opposite spectrum, and you're like the student before I had you is he's the same. His game sense is super solid. His awareness, his overall knowledge is quite good. His awareness, he's very sensitive to that type of things where if he sees one guy on the map, he'll instantly call it out, right? You're kind of doing the same, but obviously it's one game. I didn't really get to see how you aimed. Overall, I think it's pretty decent for this elo, but still I think your aim needs a lot of work. It's too inconsistent. That's I would say is your weakest. Okay, yes, you're getting
Okay.
headshots and stuff like that, but your overall production is, it's not that strong. Okay, so we really got to understand these things. Your mechanics
Yeah.
could use a lot of work as well. But I do still think it's decent for this elo. But if you want to be an ascendant player, if you want to be a mortal player, which you do, right? You told me,
Yeah.
like, you need to start becoming a high level player, and that's not only aim, not only game sense, you to everything. I tell all my students your aim is secondary to all these categories. So you're off to a good start where All these other categories are higher than your aim, but they're still very weak. We need to get them at a 8, 9 out of 10. Okay, right now they're like 6. Even your game sense is like 6, maybe 7 at best. Okay, so we really need to get it
Alright.
up, up, up. Okay, and your aim will follow. You know, your aim gets capped by what these other categories are at. So for example, right now, I'll give your aim like a 5 out of 10 in this elo. Like it's not the best. I didn't see, you're getting kills near the end, you're heating up near the end, but those were easy rounds to get kills where it's like 5v2, right? I'm not seeing you
Yeah.
do like 1v3s when it's like a 2v4, stuff like that. That's when I know people have good aim, when they're able to do that in those type of situations. Not when it's easy where, their pathing has to come into 5 people and you just won't run down mid and kill them, right? That's kind of like, so those are easy rounds. I want to see where you're really aiming hard. Obviously, I didn't get to see it, but still the game was hard, and I didn't really see a lot of that. So, but yeah. So coming with that, it's I would probably say your comms and game sense is up there. Is your top 2 strongest things right now, and then it would be aim is in the middle, and then it becomes movement, positioning, and utility usage.
Alright.
Um, Oh, sure. I'd probably put movement. I'd put utility usage a little bit probably above aim and movement. So your bottom 2 will be movement, positioning, and aim, and then it'll be comms, game sense, and then utility usage. But it still needs a lot of work, and we'll go through that in the
Alright.
specific rounds where I'll show you specifically what you're doing wrong. Okay, so that's that. So you need to lead your team, okay? Be assertive and assertive, okay? You guys were attacking, so a lot of the rounds you weren't really leading your team. You weren't IGLing. You were just maybe putting out your 2 cents out there, and then that's it. But you gotta really be like, hey guys, okay, there, and you could identify. This is kind of how I know your game sense is weak. You could identify where people like to play. You're like, oh, they're the solo op is anchoring on A, stuff like you can kind of mental image where they like to play and stuff, and where they like to set up tendencies, patterns. So that's how I know your brain is much better than your aim. But we need to use that and our leadership and our communication skills to set up a plan to win these rounds. Okay guys, it's an
Yeah.
op on B solo by himself. Okay, he's by himself. Can we just smoke off back calls and just take it really fast, use our utility, flash, whatever it may be, right? Like, use these planning. Okay, can we fake B and set up a lurk? You guys did that one round, and it wasn't even you that set it up. It was your team, right? You need to be the one leading them and being like, okay, guys, we're gonna set up a fake. We're gonna go down mid and insert lurk here, stuff like that. Okay, be very assertive. Be the leader. Be the guy. Be the best player in the lobby. Okay, because you want to be immortal. I'm gonna be really hard on you. Okay, because any student that tells me they want to be immortal, I'm hard on them because there's a certain standard you must meet. If you cannot get these things right, you'll never ever be immortal. And I'm being brutally honest, not to you, but to the people that say they want to be immortal. Okay, so you need to
Alright.
bring your standard up. It's not on par, not even close. I would give you right now maybe at best a true skill of maybe diamond, but also it could go maybe a little bit lower than plat because there are some things you're doing wrong, but there's also some things you're doing right, which I really admire, which is the harder things to learn, like game sense, overall communication, being specific, your movement, positioning. But we really only need to work on the easy things for you, which is overall mechanics in terms of movement, positioning mechanics, peaking mechanics, stuff like that. Is it a jiggle peak? Is it a jump peak? Is it a wide swing? Is it a crouch peak? Stuff like that. You're just wide swinging everything. Okay.
Alright.
So that's that. The next note is mid-round calling could be better. This just ties in, all in the same thing. You need to mid-round call a little bit better. You feed your team information. It's in the pros. It's really good. That's a high-level way of communicating. But you need to process this information that you're receiving, that you're giving, that and put it together and really, really start making a plan mid-round. You don't just make a plan pre-round and stick with it. Sometimes things are what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's not how you planned it, right? Like you guys thought B was free, you guys went B, there's 5B. You're not gonna commit, you're gonna rotate, you gotta identify these things. It's a little bit of your information processing that you need to work on, okay? But for
Alright.
that one, I tell all my students, and it's in all my VODs, even though I section these things off as in movement, positioning, utility usage, game sense, aim, and comms, they're all intertwined together. You need to use them together. there are times in some rounds where you're using movement positioning plus your aim with your comms, with your, or just your game. There's some rounds where it's just gonna be game sense in your aim, or just utility use. But whatever it's all situational, but it's all connected together. And to be a really, really solid high level player that thinks on a high level, that shoots on a high level, that is a high level, like a true skill immortal player, not their rank, because there's so many people that are immortal, ascendant 2, that do not belong there, right? They're boosted, whatever, they got lucky. They won 50 games in a row, they got lucky with their Qs. To be a true skill immortal level player, this all needs to come together to make you a consistent player and to consistently be at that level or higher and improving. Okay, so don't just think about it like it's separate, it's all connected together. All right, the next thing is needs to IGL more with the information given. We kind of touched on that. You just need to IGL a little bit more. Like, when I looked at that game, you're probably the best player in terms of communication. Just if we were to section off communication, you were the best player. Like, you're giving detailed comms. Anytime you see a question mark across the map, you're seeing that, which is very rare in this elo. Most people only communicate things they see on their side. So if I saw 1B main, they would be like 1B main, right? But you're on A, and then you'd see them B, like, guys, they're B, right? That's a high level way of thinking. So you have potential there, but you really, really need to process this information harder. Like, as in, you see 1A, 1 mid, 1C, you automatically tell your team, guys, they're default, don't rotate around, don't run around, stay put. They're not doing anything, they're just trying to get space, they're trying to work us, kind of see where we are at as well. So you need to be able to identify this type of stuff. Okay, the next thing is we're in aim. Obviously, I think, in my opinion, it's probably your weakest thing. Even though, yes, you may agree, you may think that you have good aim or whatever, but you have to understand too. Once you get to a higher level, even the level higher than you, which is diamond, okay, your aim's gonna fall off drastically. And that's kind of why I talk about being true skill. If you're a true skill immortal player, it doesn't matter what lobby you're in, you're gonna get to immortal as long as you keep playing and grinding and playing well and playing optimally. But as of right now, even for a plat level, it's not the sharpest. Okay, we can get it much, much better. We will. I'll show you exercise near the end. I'll give you a callbacks routine you can do every day. But and I'm not trying to bash you saying you got shit aim. It's just I'm being realistic, right? You want to be immortal? It's not even close. Okay, it's not even close. You're gonna get instant. The way you're taking fights, you're getting instantly deleted, even at probably a high ascendant, low ascendant, high diamond level. Okay, everyone starts, and this is the common thing I've seen throughout all my coaching, and I haven't been coaching that long, but it's everybody focuses on aim. So naturally when that happens, everyone has sick aim, but they have really, really shit game sense, utility usage, movement positioning, understanding pathing, anticipation, their intuition. They only focus on aim. So when the whole community is kind of thinks that way, okay, everyone's just gonna have really good aim but no brain. So that's why we need to train our brain. Our aim can be lower than their level. Let's say they're at a 10 out of 10, okay, at this level, and you're at a 7 out of 10. If your game sense was at a 10 out of 10, you're winning, you're beating that guy every single time in a gunfight. It's not about swinging and just trying to kill them, and that's what you try to do a lot, and a lot of my other students as well, Ascendant 2s and Plats, okay? They rely on their aim too much. They're out in the open. They think this guy's gonna walk out, so I'm just gonna get ready to take a fight. Like, bro, like, use your brain a little bit. Okay, even if I hear him there, I'm not gonna just sit here and stay AFK because there's peekers advantage in this game. You're not gonna be able to react as fast. So you need to hold a tighter angle, jiggle for information. Okay, let him run out and then kill him. Come behind him, right? You gotta use your brain. Okay, don't just rely on your brain, and that's what I tell almost all my students in this level. You're in the low mid levels, okay, plat to diamond. I consider that the mid levels. Okay, it starts getting high level when you're like ascendant 3, high ascendant 3, low immortal plus. Even most high level players would consider that low level. Okay, because there's a big difference from Immortal 1 to Immortal 3 gameplay. Okay, so yeah, so we gotta really, really actively think about these things, and I'm trying to help you understand and think about these things. Okay, the next thing is so it's aim. Needs to work on his mid-fight mechanics. Be calm. You're just panic spamming. Like, this is a rough estimate, but like 60-70% of your fights are all panic fights. Okay, near the end you had 2 good rounds where you got 3Ks and it was calm. You kind of anticipating, you're getting ready, you're one-shotting them, but most of your fights, from what I saw, is just panicking. Even the fight mid here, you're just like spamming your sheriff on the guy. Like, take your time, just one tap him. Just could even slow it down where you can kill him really fast with a sheriff, right? You're just
Yeah.
it's just too inconsistent, and that's a little bit of a confident issue. As in, if you trained your aim every day and really got it on a true immortal level, like, you'd be so calm there. You would kind of know, even if you died, you'd be like, okay, my chances of killing are quite high if I just take my time and focus on the shot. But you panic way too much. You see this guy, you're like, oh fuck, and you're just like, right? Like, just take it easy, calm down. I tell all my students, just calm down, okay? And that's why they, you hear the term calm aim, right? It's calm. It's not you just in this game, first one to shoot doesn't always win. Okay, it's the one that's more precise. So you can literally take 3 bullets and then just instantly delete someone because you're so fast and precise. So that's the key to winning gunfights. It's not about getting your bullets off first. Okay, it's more about actually being calm and understanding the situation you're in. Like, mid-fight, I know fights are very fast. In your lobbies there might be a little bit slower, but in my lobbies they're quite fast. Instant deletion fights. Okay, you don't have time to react. Okay, the person that reacts faster wins. Okay, a lot of times in my lobby. So that's a little bit more about really the true gunfights. Okay, it's not about coming out swinging this guy wide and just blah, 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 and bring him down. No. Okay, I'm gonna use my brain. I know he's coming here. If he's running, I'm gonna wait until he runs across and then peek him. Okay, if he's walking, I'm gonna wait 4, 5, 6 seconds. Just wait, jiggle this area. Okay, I kind of see his arm now. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to walk by and then just timing him, make sure I clear my corners, come behind him, stuff like that. Use your brain. It's, especially at the radiant level, it's not about swinging and just boom, 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 boom and getting fancy kills. Okay, that's just a little bit of what our NA culture has brought through, like, social media. Everyone wants a sick clip. Everyone wants to swing 5 people, get an ace, right? But that's not a true Valorant. If you watch pro play, they never ever play like that. Even if they know they can kill him, they're gonna take the less risk approach because there's too much on the line. Okay, they don't want to increase their risk. They want to minimize it, right? So, and maximize profit, which would be, making sure that you destroy that guy. Like 80-20 fights, not 50-50, right? 50-50, there's a lot of risk. You're gonna lose half the time you take those type of fights. So that's that. Okay. You're panicking way too much. We gotta just be a little bit more calmer. We'll work on that. Also wrote looking for fights too much. I could, you could kind of refer back to VOD. I can't remember like all of them, but a lot of the times you're out here, like even here you flash.
Can't use that.
Oh, I don't know why I'm on Clove. I should be on radar, but you flashed here. Let me just. Okay, let me see if I can kill myself.
Last player standing.
Okay, what? I said Reyna, but give me 1 second.
Last player standing.
I think you have the auto respawn.
Oh, I have auto spin on. Okay, that's what happened. I'm like, why am I not changing?
Last player
I'll
standing.
come back as Reyna. I'll show you. I should come back as Reyna.
Oh wait, I think I need to die as well.
Thrifty.
Okay, good. Okay, but I'll just show you one example. We'll go down later down. Like, I was very specific with your
I'm the
round
last thing
stuff,
they'll
but
see
I'll kind of
before
show you.
they
So
die.
you went,
Lucky
this round you were B. Okay, you heard the Phoenix. You're like, Phoenix is here. I heard him flash, and you just. This was a good flash. It was like the few times you flashed ever. Okay, I just wait for this, and then you just swung wide. Like, why are you doing that, right? It's like an ego play. Like, why are you swinging this guy wide here when there's multiple there,
No
right?
prisoners.
Like, they're coming onto the site. Why are you swinging into 5 people? Like, it wasn't 5 people yet, but still, like, at the higher levels, this guy's never by himself when the start of the round starts. Okay, there's gonna be 4 people here running up, and you just went like this,
Cutting their vision.
and then you died. You didn't even kill him. If you killed him, different story, maybe, and got away. But still, even then, I would say it's super bad play. Like, you could just use your brain and just, okay, guys, I hear 1B, I hear 3B. Okay, it looks like they're towards B. Hey, can you guys take mid space? All right. Get ready. Can you smoke here for me? They would smoke it. You don't have to do anything but sit here and wait for them to run out. Or if you hear them running this way, you can just spam, whatever it may be, right? But you're like, Phoenix is here, flash.
Still inside.
And then you flash and you knew he's there, you just start swinging him. Like, bro, like, take it easy, right? Like, you're on defense, you're not attacking. There's no point in making this play. This is a high risk play with almost no return. Like, you know, what was your thought process on that? I just want to ask.
I don't know. I thought, yeah, in my mind, I was like, I should just get a little. For some reason, yeah, in that moment, I wasn't even
Right.
thinking that there would be multiple people there at once.
Right.
I was just kind of like getting a little aggressive, but I guess
Exactly.
I just executed it the wrong way. But,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the thought
30
process is
seconds left.
terrible and the execution is bad. I'm gonna be brutally honest, right? Like, I even asked you, what was your thought process? You're like, I don't know, right? Like, if you don't know, don't
Yeah, I
swing
kind
him,
of just
right?
wanted to.
Okay, it's a different story if you heard him running up close and you're like, I got this motherfucker. Like, he's gonna be close on me and I'm gonna fuck him up. Okay, that's a different thing. But you don't even know. I asked you to try to figure out what your thought process was, but you said I don't know. That's the first thing you said. So you really need to know why you're peeking, okay? And this kind of comes back to our brain. We gotta actively, really, and I'm not trying to bash you. I'm just being very honest, okay?
Yeah,
We
that's fine.
really need to be critical about what we're every single action, whether it's I sit here or I
Yeah.
sit here or here, go here, or I'm gonna swing this. There needs to be a reason, okay? I don't know it's not good enough. That just means that you're not actively thinking about the game in a super high level way. And to be a high level player, you gotta think that way. Okay, I'm gonna swing this because I know I hear him coming close. I can win this battle. Okay, I believe in myself to win this battle. I'll be like, okay, fine. Okay, you went for a play, it didn't work out, it's fine. But you just went like this and swung, right? So, like, we kind of can see why it's super bad. Like, you know, at this level, obviously, he's not with his team for some reason. But at the higher levels, when they start B, they start B. There's 4 people swinging wide. They're going on top of here. They're making sure no one peeks back. They're smoking things accordingly, right? They're running up together. They're not going to push a smoke by themselves, stuff like that, okay? So,
Yeah.
I'm trying to really help you understand at a high level. Don't just peek. I don't mind the flash. Flash for information. Okay, you hear 1 or 2. Flash, try to accurately see how many are there. You flash, 3 people shoot it. You're like, okay, 3B long, guys, 3B long, and just chill. Okay, you don't need to swing this or anything. This can be an information flash. Don't just swing because you heard the one guy there. What if the one guy was going up and there's 2 people walking behind him? You wouldn't ever know, right? So
Yeah.
we gotta really think about these things. Yep, go ahead.
I have a question. So what if I flash like that, but then like peeked close instead of swinging out to try to get one, and then just
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
waited
that
out
would have been fine
for
too
that
if you
one?
just flashed and, you know, just jiggle for information. You don't even need your gun. You just go like this fast, and then you would see. You know, that's what I do at the start
okay.
around on this site for me, where if I'm playing a duelist or anybody, KO, initiator, you know, I automatically go like this so I can get a visual of how many I see. And I'm so fast that it's hard for them to kill me. They have to get an insane flick on me to die. For me to die. So I'm always like this,
Yeah.
okay? And a lot of the times I'll be out here, I'll see 3, I come back, I'm like, yep, I see 3 guys, yep. Like, I know for certain, right? Here, you just stood here, AFK, you'll see it in the VOD, and then you're like, I hear the Phoenix flash, I hear 1. And then you just waited, and then you just went like this. Like, I couldn't really hear it, because there's a little bit going on, like, with the comms, people were talking and stuff. And they're shooting mid, so I couldn't really hear how many were top mid. But, you know, it's like, we gotta really like kind of use our brains, like, you know, and a little bit of our mechanics that help with that, right? I would have just been like this, boom, 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 and a lot of the times they don't come B. So when I'm like this forever, I automatically tell my team, guys, there's nothing B main. They're all mid or A main. I automatically can process that information super fast, where I know. So here, you know, you should tell them, guys, Phoenix, 1 Phoenix, good. You did do that, but just don't swing and eagle this guy for no reason, because he has the advantage on you. He hears you running out. He just has to, bloop, you're dead. Bloop, you're dead. Right? You need to hard clear him. That's the difference in this scenario. You need to go wide, and he hears you going wide. That's the problem. Okay, where he can anticipate that. Okay, so we really need to, and this kind of comes in with our peeking mechanic. You know, you could have even jiggled it. You could have just went, you know, boom, boom, boom. Let's say you believed he's by himself. You know, you could have just jiggled it too. You know, you could have just jump peeked to see how far he's up, right off, you know, the jump peek. Okay, he's still pillar. Okay, 1 pillar, guys, right? But you're just swinging him for no reason. You don't know why. So we gotta really know, especially in this game, okay? Because there are gonna be players when you climb, they know exactly why they're doing what, and that makes them an optimal player, and that makes them a super. You're gonna face some really good players the higher you climb. So we need to get ready for that. We can't just swing mindlessly into 4 people. This is a grief. This is a throw. You're gonna lose these rounds, especially if you guys were man up and you, let's say you died and evened it out into a 2v2, bro. Like, your team's gonna get really mad at you if you lose that round, because that's on you. This is 3v2 and you guys 2 rounds, right? So that's that. Okay. So you're looking for fights too much. That's that note. That's that note. Okay. Okay, also we touched on this as well. You spam panic shooting, you know, that's just very self-explanatory. Just calm down. You know, even in this fight here, you just instant crouch, and he just instantly killed you because you crouched first and just spraying. This guy can just react to your head and just one tap you. And that's, he didn't one tap you, but you know, it was a little bit of a slow burst and killed you, but still like you were shooting at him first, but he killed you, right? It's like, it shows that it's not about getting the bullets out first. It's all about being calm and actively visualizing his head. Okay, I see him, I swing, I see his body. Okay, right? Making sure my crosshair placement is good where it's automatic instant deletion every single time. So there's a little bit of inconsistencies with that. And I'm not saying your crosshair's placement's on the floor or like on the body, but there's just inconsistencies where when you peek somebody and their crosshairs there, you're not headshotting there immediately. You need to immediately, I mean immediately, delete people. In this game, time of kill is low. It needs to be very, 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 like it's super fast. Like killing people is like this, boom, 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 boom. You know, 5v5 retake post-plant scenario will boom, 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 and it's like 1v1, 2v2, right? It's super fast, especially in pro play, higher level. So if you want to be a high level player, we gotta really, really understand these things. That these fights you're taking right now are super production, not you, but the people in this rank. It's super slow. It's taking 5 seconds for you guys to kill each other, right? When I look at these fights, like you guys are all deleted, not by me, but all the good players at my level or higher. So I don't know, you know, me, I'm pretty good at deleting people. I'm instantly deleting people as well. So that's that, and I'm making sure that I'm putting myself in a position where I can instantly delete person. I'm not just gonna swing into 5 people. I'm never gonna get, you know, even one sometimes, maybe 1 or 2 at best, but that's very rare. So I always make sure that, you know, I have my crosshair ready, so when they, you know, come, I'm just instantly boop, 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 they're running in, whatever it may be, even from here, right? A lot of times I play this angle, I hold an off angle, they run here, I just instantly delete them, come over back here, and then I just instantly delete them, right? Stuff like that. The next point is, you know, crosshair placement needs work, not in the terms of your overall like running around or, you know, trying to retake or entry. It's just the inconsistencies with headshotting, because you take so many fights but it's almost barely a headshot instant kill. It's always a spray, panic spray, you know, some near the end in mid when you got those 2-3k rounds, then it started being instant, but even then it's, you know, it's still like, you know, it needs a lot of work. Okay. The next thing is whiffing. You know, self-explanatory. You're whiffing, panic spraying, whether it's whiffing, tracking somebody, or it's like a flick whiff, or, you know, you just know he's there, you come and you start crouch peeking, you're whiffing. You need to work a little bit on your spray control if you want to crouch spray. I'm not saying crouch spraying is bad. You know, I had a student last night at 3 in the morning. He's from APAC, okay, he's from Malaysia, and, you know, his whole lobby, everybody was spray shooting. Nobody really does dead zoning that much in APAC. It's just the style. You know, if you even look at Primi, one of the top ranked players, they consider him like the ass bass of APAC right now, right? So if you look at him play as well, he's a crouch shooter. He's not a dead zoner where he's shooting you like this. He'll move around like this. Like in NA, you see all the NA guys doing this, the high level guys, right? But in APAC, he's a boom, kills this guy, crouches again, kills this guy, boom, 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 right? So it's a little bit of a different style, but and that's why I'm not saying it's bad, because I do it too, because I understand at a mortal level where if I crouch peek someone or crouch shoot fight somebody, their crosshairs at head level. They're so good that their crosshairs automatically head level where they have to readjust and come down, right? In the ascendant diamond level, I would never crouch fight people because, you know, their crosshair placement's bad. It's at neck level, so they automatically get an advantage. I'm running into their headshot by crouching. So you're below that level where it's not even there. So you need to incorporate a lot of your dead zone. You need to be learning dead zoning, okay? Until you get to Immortal. That's where you start crouch shooting, crouch spraying, because it's a meta game. You understand their crosshair placement so good that you're gonna start crouching because they have to adjust. They have to come back down, right? But at these level, mid to, you know, low, high levels, everyone's crosshair is at neck level. You know, maybe ascendant people start getting really good crosshair level. So
I find myself hitting like them in the neck
right.
a lot. Like I'm
exactly.
almost at the head, but I just
And that's why, that's because you're crouching as well. You're at neck level and you're crouching, so the crosshair level comes lower, right? If it's high and then you do it, okay, different story. Or it's at head and then but different story. But it's more to counteract their crosshair placement. These guys are terrible, okay? Their crosshair is gonna be on the body. So when you crouch, they're instantly gonna shoot you, right? So make sure that you don't do that as often. If you're gonna do it, you don't do it right away. You don't instant do it. You show the dead zone, you're standing up, they have to shoot, and then you come back for the readjustment in terms of micro adjustment movement. Okay. Next thing is, yep, so that's it for aim. Next thing is movement positioning. Just wrote needs to work on scaling sight better. We'll get through that in the round specific rounds. There's a slight hesitation in his decision making. That's what I wrote. There's sometimes like you kind of don't know what you want to do. I can see it in your play. Like here, there was a round here where you didn't really know where you wanted to go, if you wanted to follow your team, but then you ended up going here. But at that point, it's too late. If you made this decision way faster, 2 seconds before, he would have been dead. You would have killed him. You would have been in position. But you got up here, you're shift walking, you're like, and your team started going, you're like, and then you just went like this, right? Like that extra second even will, it will add up throughout the whole rounds. Like start from the start. Obviously, you're in the mid round, but like maybe if you did a efficient pathing, you would have been already here, already killing them, right? So that's the difference between a good player and a bad player is making these split decisions super fast, right? Obviously, it's hard. Everyone's different. Some people are good at it, some people are not. But one thing I'll tell you is I got good at it. I trained myself to. It became a skill. It's not something that it's genetics, okay? It's something you really need to think about, and being critical after you die is what will help that, okay? Fuck. He opt me here. I should have been quicker. I should have been up here way longer. I should not have shift walked here when we kind of had all offside. I should have ran up here, cut noise up here. Even if he heard me, I'm going to have a timing. He's going to believe I'm still over here. Stuff like that. So that's why dying and making mistakes are important in this game. People think that, oh, I should just only clip my sick aim and only focus on that. No. You really need to understand why you died, how you died, and how you can make that better. And that will improve your game sense as well in the overall long term, and really become a good player, because your goal is immortal, right? It's not, and I'm being hard on you because, we want to kind of expedite that thing. You don't want to be stuck in Plat for 5 years, okay? I had a student right before you, he was in gold, and he's been playing since beta. Like, that's a problem if you've been in there for 5 years, okay? Even 2 years, that's a problem. Okay, you should be from bronze or iron to ascendant in at least minimum, and this is me being generous, like 2 years minimum. Okay, maybe max 1 year if you're actually working on your game and improving it. You'll get there in a year. Okay, if not full time, but even part time, 5 hours a day, you will get there in 1 year if you actually are being critical with yourself. Okay, every single round, every single game. Okay, there are rounds I could have won for my team, stuff like that. Okay, but there's a little slight hesitation in your movement. I can see, like, your overall thought process. You get kind of lost. You're not there's a little bit of fear there too. You're scared to push, but you want to go there. You just gotta trust your instincts, yo. Right? Doesn't matter if you die. You're gonna learn if you die, stuff like that. So, that's that. The next thing is utility usage. Obviously, you're on Reyna. There's only one piece of utility you can actively use every single round without killing somebody, which is this, okay? And I'm not going to go too deep into it because it's a major theme in all your attacking rounds. You dry swing everything. I don't even think there was a round. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say there was 1 to 2 rounds you did it. But if you watch the VOD, you almost never did it. You did it that one time on this scenario where you killed this, or you fought the Phoenix here to gain some information / flash him. But on attack, like, if you watch you go B, you'll see what I mean. You literally would never ever set up a flash, and this is something I active, or even A. This is something I do. I always flash this corner because I know people have headshot. I don't flash up here because they're not gonna get flashed if they're holding this on a tight angle. I always flash the ground on the corner where they're gonna hold right here, so they cannot hold this angle where you can walk out, run out, whatever it may be. But you guys just kept, and this is on you because you're the duelist, right? This is your role to making sure that space is clear and safe for your team to take / protect, right? Clear this, okay? Get ready to go aside, guys. I'm gonna flash in, flashing in. Here you can flash a little bit higher as well because it covers all the points, so stuff like that. But you almost never use your flash, okay? I think it's like it's like 10 or 9 where you start using it, maybe, but we'll go through that, okay? Also, I just wrote you need to use your dismiss and heals. I know you weren't getting many kills, but still try to use it, right? Like, the kills on mid you could have dismissed or healed. This is not that big of a note because you didn't have many chances to use it, but still, this is your kit. It's flash and using dismiss and heal. So you really got to use it when you can, and always your flash. Deplete this for every round. Never ever save this. I'm not saying do mindless retarded flashes, every round, but make sure there's value in your utility, and that's what utility is. You need to make sure there's value in it. Okay, if you're just using your utility, going through the motions, getting nothing done with them, or you're just wasting them, it's just pointless. Okay, you might as well just save it at that point. It's the same thing, but you need to bring value with your utility. Okay, flash and peek for your team, whatever it may be. Gain information. Okay, I hear 3 mid, guys. You come here, you just throw this one up high so they'll start shooting it. Okay, I hear 3 shooting mid. Right, you don't peek off that because there's 3 mid, so stuff like that. Okay, last section, game sense. Needs to process information. So, I notice this mostly on attack. The simple thing for you to do in a lot of the situation was to run away, but you just run in, right? Your team, there's one round on B. We'll get into those, but they told you there's like 4-3 on B and you just ran in and died, right? And then they rotated after they, like, you need to be the one to be telling your team, guys, there's 3, I hear 3 guys shooting or whatever. I see a KO knife plus the KJ mollies and the turret is up with the fade dog coming link. Guys, there's 3 here, let's leave. You don't even need to hear the shots. You can just base it off utility. Actively processing these information. Okay, you maybe see a Phoenix flash plus the KO knife plus the fade dog plus you see the molly, KJ molly being thrown out the smoke in heaven. You're like, yo, you can just know there's 4 people there. There's 4 separate different agents, right? So you gotta tell your team, guys, let's leave. Dip set. Let's get the fuck out. The risk here is too high, especially on this site. This is a site where it favors the stacked site, where if it's super strong with only 1 or 2 players, but if it's a stacked site, this site is almost nearly impossible to take unless you have a perfect entry / coordination with all your utility clearing things properly, stuff like that. It's a super difficult site to take. There's too many points they can hide from and have run out angles, stuff like that. Down here, they hold this pillar a lot. People play here a lot, right? People play behind the screens a lot. People play back. There's back halls like 4 spots. They can sit here. They can sit here. They can sit here. They can sit here. Spawn. They can hold here. They can go heaven. So stuff like that. This site is super difficult to take. So you need to identify these situations much, much, much faster. Like it took you 10 seconds to identify it, but it should really take you 2 seconds. Okay, there's 4 people here. Dip, 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 and don't. Just tell your team, this is some not problems, but common themes I had with my earlier students, like my really, really low level students, like bronze. Okay, they would tell the team, but not do it. You gotta also lead by example. Okay, there's 4 here, dip. Just start running. Get your knife and just start running. They're all gonna follow you. Okay, especially if you communicate that. If you don't communicate it, different story. But just lead by example as well. Don't just be like, guys, 4B, and then you just start walking up by yourself. Just lead by example as well. Guys, 4B, let's leave right now. Hey, let's say there's one guy mid. Hey, can you start taking space mid? There's a lot on site, right? Just be the leader, and kind of ties in with other aspects too. Okay, the next thing, this kind of ties with this is I wrote identify rotations. We just touched on it. It's the same thing, processing information, identifying rotations, identifying what you want to do in terms of attack. Let's say, guys, let's run a fake. Okay, we're gonna have 2 guys walk up B main. We're gonna make a lot of noise A main. Maybe 1 guy can hold mid for us, guys, right? Like, you can do so much with this type of information stuff, processing, whatever, maybe. Okay, we started A, and then let's say these guys walking, they're like, yo, we hear 4 people running A, right? You're not gonna just start running off A, because then once you do that, they tell their team, guys, they're running back B, and then these guys caught mid rotation will come back, right? So you would always remain, be like, guys, still make noise, we didn't leave yet, right? And then we'll wait till they walk up, get ready, stuff like that. Anyways, it's all situational, but we need to just kind of add that to our game a little bit. The next thing is pre-plan fakes and re-hits. Okay, you're not doing this enough as individually and as a team. You guys were just kind of like, you guys did it once or twice where you guys did a fake, but I want you to be the one to be planning that and actively thinking about that. Okay, we know that they stack A, they fast rotate. There's always 4 when we go. Okay, guys, we're gonna set up lurks here. Insert a lurk mid. 1 guy lurk up B main. Give us info. If you hear them running A, we're gonna rotate off. Okay, take the space, go spawn, kill them. Right, like be a leader. It kind of ties in with that as well. Okay, that one's not as crazy, but it involves overall your knowledge of the game. If you know how to plan fakes, understanding how to do rehits, doing a double fake, whatever it may be, that will help you in understanding the game, how it's played out, what you need to do. Okay, for this situation, this type of team play, like enemy team play style, we do this. Okay, they're just hard rotating first contact. We're just gonna set up lurks everywhere on the map and gain the space and kill these guys in rotation, right? Stuff like that. And that comes to my next point is need to identify enemy play style. You don't identify them not only individually, like a little bit, you kind of know where they play, but you don't understand how they are playing. You know where they like to play in the spots, the corners, how many are on one side, but you don't try to actively think about their style. Okay, are they hard rotating? Guys are hard anchoring, stuff like that. They love coming down mid, stuff like that. It's like understanding tendencies and patterns, okay? Which is a very high level way of thinking, okay? You do it a little bit. I'll give it like a, I'll give it like a 5 out of 10, but we gotta get it to the next level, okay? So let's get into the round specifics. So round 1, you guys are attacking. They start B, okay? Takes first contact long. And also, I didn't write this, but you'll see it in the VOD. You guys literally, you took the first contact dry, okay? At the higher levels, you're instantly dead. They're gonna have a headshot angle here, especially when you're slow peeking like this. But you kind of came out still here, still you're dead, okay? Like, you think I'm lying? Trust me, you try it at the higher levels, you're instantly gonna get deleted. Especially when they're, some guy has sick aim with a deagle, sheriff, chamber deagle, okay? Rifle, you're 100% dead. Okay, you need to flash this corner every single round, even if you believe nobody's there. Okay, this is a safe net for your team to not die or get instantly man down advantage for the other team. Okay, just flash this corner every single time. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I bought double heal. Should I have bought a flash instead?
Right, and that's something that Tens kind of brought into the NA server. I picked that up from him too, where I go, what is this called? Ghost plus double here. But when I'm in a super intense game or like a high level game where I know it's bad, I'm trying to be selfless, not selfish. I'll be like, I'll literally go classic and all my kit, double heal, no shield, classic, double flash, because I already know I have heal. If I kill one or get an assist, I can just heal up to 150 anyway. So armor is kind of pointless, and you play with a ghost. So ghost, you're not able to afford armor, so you're already used to not playing with armor. So that's why I like to go a lot of flashes when I'm playing Reyna, sorry, because I know, especially on pistol, if because trust me, I've done a lot of only heal plus ghost. Okay, when Tens first did it, everyone was doing it. That was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and I did it all the time, and it stuck with me. Where I still do it, right? But when the game is really close, I go selfless mode, and I just buy flashes and stuff like that, and just go no armor. Okay, because this one thing I told all my students is, everyone thinks a duelist is a selfish role. Okay, I need to get the kills. I need to do this. No. Okay, duelist is the most selfless role there is in this game. Why? You're the one going in first. The risk of you dying first is much higher than the guy standing behind the whole team. You don't get to be in a lot of those 1v1 clutch situations unless you got sick aim or something like that, because that's usually the sentinels, controllers, because they're the last alive. You're usually either dead going in or dying or going to die, or obviously if you have good aim you can kill them and stay alive, but there are the chances of you dying while you're going in and during the round takes post plant is quite high, or retake, whatever it may be. So you have to understand that duelist is a selfless role. It is not a selfish role. Okay, so you start B, takes first contact long. This is the first mistake. Just don't just dry swing like this. Flash first, okay, and then come out. Okay, and then start working towards other sections of the site that you need to clear, like pillar. You always make sure you clear this, right? Because people, maybe not your levels, but high levels, people get away with too much here, so they make sure that this is always clear, especially pillar as well. Okay, so then you guys went up. This is a little bit of an unlucky round. You try to scale the site and then your mouse disconnected. But one thing I noticed too is that you automatically ran out and looked left. Okay, you gotta look this way first, because like let's think about it on a defensive angle. Like they can just see you running, looking left, right? You're dead. So we got to make sure we're, you know, this is a little bit of map knowledge, map awareness, stuff like that, where we need to look this way first. You know, you could come up to here even before you do this, okay? But you got to look this general direction before you come here. You kind of came out here and then you wanted to go back, I know, but your mouse is disconnected, so it's a little bit unlucky, but look this way first, okay? Use your second flash. Okay, I know it's pistol, but let's say it's a rifle round. Just use your second flash, clear, and then look, and then keep looking right again, and then make sure you're going towards back hall to clear it for your team, okay? So this round wasn't too crazy. Round 2, they go A. Dies and tells team 1 backside. So you guys are on eco, so there's not much to this round. You guys are pistol. I believe you got a good kill on the guy here. Could be wrong, can't remember. But you know, you made a good comment.
Round 2.
I think that was round 3 actually.
Or round 3. Something.
Yeah, it was like one of the
Was it-
really early rounds, like round 4 or 5, or. But I don't think it was this round. But it doesn't really matter. It's not really about you dying or whatever, getting kills. It's more about what you're doing, right or wrong. You did something really, you know, right here, where it's you died and you knew he was backside, and you told your team, guys, 1 backside, because they might not know. Right, people are super unaware at this elo. They don't look at minimap. They don't listen to each other, stuff like that. So that was a pro round. Okay, as in that was something you did really well. That I want to see more of. Okay, you're feeding your information well. That's the one communication thing you do really well. But you know, add that with being a leader, directing them, being 100% certain in your communication. Okay, so next thing is round 3. Starts B. Needs to flash corner long, just dry peeking. Good comms, 1 back screens. Says could be halls, scales site, goes to link immediately. Needs to make sure first and second section of the site is clear. So you start B. You just dry swung this, okay? And then you made some good comms, as in like, oh, you know, there might be 1 back call. I like the way you're talking. You're talking in possibilities. It's not definitive. You should only be definitive if you know 100%. But you know, you're talking in possibilities, which I like. It's a higher way of talking, where it's like, could be back calls, guys. Still, could be here, could be link, could be heaven. Careful, careful, right? It's like being vigilant and making sure your team is actively looking at all these angles, just in case, even though you might not know they're there. So that was really good by you. And then you're like 1 back screens. Could be halls, you know, you're like, could be 1 halls, and then you scale into sight, but you'll see it in the VOD, okay? And I'm gonna ask you, do you know what you did wrong by just going like this? Trying to kill this guy?
Like, well, because if there was 1 halls, I could die to that guy, and then I also didn't clear left side, I think.
Right, you didn't clear back halls, you didn't clear this, you didn't look heaven. You didn't look spawn. You didn't look at this position where everyone likes to play, especially at the diamond ascendant plus. Everyone's playing here. This is the most common spot in backhauls besides this point. Okay, maybe this is the 3rd common where they stay in the middle, but these 2 points are the most common angles. So, you know, you're going through the motion of getting on site, but you're not actually doing your job, as in being an entry. Okay. Being a duelist, your role as a duelist is to be the entry, is to clear these sections of the site for it, and I explained it earlier, is for it to be safe / clear for you two guys to have a safe post plan scenario, right? If you guys just went here and didn't clear back hall at all, cleared here, and you guys are just stay tucked, nobody's back hall, and you know, you guys start getting the bomb down, you guys are going to be very, very wary. Like, it's not going to be a comfortable feeling, because you know at any time this guy could just come and kill the planner or peek and kill multiple people, right? It's different if you guys cleared the whole site here, up to screens, back all the way to this where I showed you on my POV, and maybe even heaven. You just know the guy can just plant wide in the open and it's safe. You guys aren't going to be worried, right? So that's kind of the mindset that you have to have. Is your job, I explained this to all my duelist players, okay, your job is to be selfless as possible. Is to clear these hard angles. Obviously, in a perfect world, that smoke, maybe spawn smoke, link smoke, whatever, is to go and actively go and clear these corners for your team. It's not for you to set up you getting a 4K. No, it's for your team to have a safe plant, post-plant scenario where you guys can be set up and ready for the retake. Okay, like got 2 guys are back here ready. You know, 1 guy might be over here. You know, 1 guy's gonna be long. 1 guy might be, you know, close here as well, just ready to swing. Maybe 1 guy will sit here, stuff like that, right? So this is your job. You must do. It's mandatory. Okay, and that's why, you know, I'm telling you right now. Even if you watch that VOD with a peak 1 immortal player VOD, bro, he had struggles with this too. He would literally dash into the middle of the site and just stay AFK here, not knowing what to do. I had another Ascendant 2 player that's a long-term student right now. His name's Simba. Same thing, you know, he's on bind. He would just dash into in front truck and just he doesn't even know what the hell's going on, right? Like, you gotta go into lamps, go clear backside, go make sure everything's clear before you go to spawn. Okay, you're skipping the first and second step, which is first section of the map, all the fucked up angles. Okay, if I would come into this site, you always make sure they're not on these off angles. Spam pillar a little bit. This is smoke, perfect world. You hold these off angles. Okay, start clearing this. You know, I would kind of clear this angle always, even though you may believe no one's there, always, because people are gonna be there unexpectedly. Then you go towards spawn, you kind of just wait here, site supply, whatever. You know, it's not smoke link. You just jiggle to see if anyone's there, and then you have sight, right? But you're not even going to a first and second section. You're just like, I got my team will do it. I'm gonna go for some kills, right? Like, you can kind of see what's wrong with that. At the higher levels, you're instantly dead. This guy is gonna kill you. You're dead. This guy's gonna kill you. He's gonna hear you running. Heaven's gonna kill you if you set up Heaven. No smokes. He's gonna kill you. Okay, back hall guy over here can kill you as well if he's like this. Okay, he's gonna just see you running out and you're dead. Okay, so we gotta work on this, and I'll show you on the other side too. But first section is always the fucked up angles of any site. You tell me any site on any map, it's the same thing. There's always like a multiple crossfire, different entry angles that you need to hold, like team needs to hold for you to clear these close angles. Okay, and then the second section is, you know, this obviously this site is a little bit different, where there's not like a block in the middle of the site and then there's back site, right? They consider back halls back site here. So, and obviously, you know, the third section, you know, is kind of connected, you know, this kind of spawn area as well. So every site is a little bit different, but generally there's a one section, second section, and third section. So like I showed you, I would hold, perfect world, smoke, hold this, start clearing this, start holding this just in case the guy walks out. I clear this, come back over here. Right, I'm just kind of running through it. I'm not really showing you how I would actually do it, but and then jump peek to get information, or just swing, kill one, whatever. Right. We gotta really work on the first, second section before you go to the third section, where you scale the third section, which is spawn, link. Okay, and especially in my games, you see morons just start running down link because they want kills, but they die a lot to these guys over here, spawn. Right, so we gotta add that to our game, where it needs to be instant every single time you entry as a duelist. Okay, I entry, I'm doing this every single time. I'm looking here, making sure they don't come out. Okay, I'm clear. Back hall's clear, guys. I got back hall. I got all of back hall. When you tell them you have all of back hall, your team already knows how to play accordingly. Okay, we only need to look from this section here. Gotta just look here, because you got everything else, right? Obviously, they're hoping that you got this walkout too, so that will probably even minimize it more, where they only need to look at this and flank. Okay, that makes your team's job much easier. So we have to add that to our game. So with coming with that note, just make sure first section of the site is always clear before you progress to the second section. Once the second section is clear, then you may, it's optional, it's not mandatory. You can stay back in the second section if you want. Obviously, there's risks to going to the third section as well, but you have, that's on you to identify that. Oh, can I hear them running? Oh, there's nobody there, whatever. Maybe, oh, I hear them link instead of spawn, then I can go for that play. Different, but make sure this needs to be your fundamental in entering a site, is first, second, always clear before you make this play. You just went straight to the third section. It's really brain dead. Okay, you're gonna die here a lot, because let's think about it on a defensive team. When they're waiting for their team to retake, where do they stay? And that's a question. Where do they sit?
They'll usually like just sit in a corner.
No, but where specifically? Not a corner, but like where on this site specifically, in this situation? If they hear, let's say there's two of them, where would they be?
They'll usually, if they're waiting for their team, they'll usually sit like CT, B link. Right,
link, heaven, here. If the guy is feeling frisky and wants to fight for sight, a lot of times he doesn't want to give up space. I don't want to give up space. This is how I play. I'll stay here to make sure I still have back hall control, even though they're not all the way in. I just want to make sure that we don't have to retake the space again, where I back up fully. It's a different story if I by myself and I hear 4 people running into back halls. I'm like, okay, fuck that, I gotta back up. Okay, but if it's one guy running and I hear multiple over here, or main or whatever, okay, I'm gonna hold this part of the site. So you kind of answered your own question. You know that they're gonna be around here and here. Okay, even heaven, whatever, back hall, but you still went here. just to greed on the kills. You want to kill them. You kind of have a feeling they're going to be there generally. And I'm not saying that this plays bad all the time. At the higher levels, they'll do it together. They won't do it by themselves. Where 3 people will bum rush this and kill the guys here, and just hold one guy. They'll leave the one guy to hold this, and then they'll reposition to go back to where they can kind of see the bomb and hold, have a good post plant scenario where they, even if it's a 1v1, God forbid the guy made it was a 5v1 and the guy just ended up making a 1v1. They're still in a decent position where he's got a good chance of killing this guy trying to defuse the bomb. Okay, so you can kind of see what's going on there. Like, don't just run it down mindlessly. Just really, have an idea. Okay, if you're gonna do this play, ask your teammate, guys, can you come with me? I'm gonna push this. Come. We're gonna kill this guy here. Boom, boom, whatever it may be. But it's all situational. But don't just mindlessly just doing these things. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a duelist, because like I said, it's not a selfish role. Your role is not to go and get kills. Your role is to make sure the site/space is clear for your team and safe for your team. Okay, so it's a higher level way of thinking. Okay, but
yeah,
okay.
I never really. Yeah, I never heard it like that. I always just thought like I should just try to get as many kills as I can.
And that's where I'm telling you right now, a lot of people get the duelist role wrong. Majority of my VODs are duelist slash entry roles, and you'll see me repeat. This is probably my 7th time repeating it, but it's such a good key of information to give you for you to understand your role better, right? Because what I realize is people don't understand what entering is. Okay, so when I explain it to them like this, they're like, oh, that makes so much fucking sense. I can't just greed and run down and kill these guys. I gotta chill the fuck out, use my brain a little bit, and hold lockdown space. In a way, you become the sentinel of attack. Okay, you're gonna be the first one in on a lot of these hard angles, but once you're alive and you've killed people here and you have the space, you lock it down. It's much harder for the defenders to come fight you here, because your kit is based off fighting as well, right? So it's a little bit in a way you're a positioning based slash movement based slash killing aim based role, but the main fundamental is understanding how to clear space and making sure it's safe for your team. Okay, so let's just kind of move on. We're kind of going a little too deep into that. So round 5, and there's more rounds, so we'll get through that. So round 5. Oh wait. So that was round 3, right? So round 4 needs to save. Asking team if should. This is not crazy. This is just fundamental of economy. You just gotta identify that you're saving and just save. Okay, you don't need to ask your team. You need to know this through just it should just be natural, like boom boom boom, we're saving, guys, we're buying now, okay, we can light buy here, guys, safe, right? You need to be the one leading your team and understanding fundamentals of economy. Okay, you're like questioning, you're like, oh, should we be saving here, or like you're uncertain. So we need to get that on a level where you're 100% sure. You just look tab and you know what the hell you guys are gonna do, whether it's a save, light buy, half buy, you guys are forcing, whatever it may be. Obviously it's all situational, but you need to be the one understanding that and knowing what to do, because at the higher levels, especially Immortal Plus, these guys all individually know. You don't need to tell anybody. Everybody knows. Okay, there'll be some guys where they're not paying attention, or they're just running to their site to set up their site quickly. They'll end up selling and saving, but 3 out of 5 people, 4 out of 5 people will understand individually what to do. They'll actively say it as a team, guys, we're saving here, and they'll be like, yep, we're saving, guys. Just don't use too many credits. Let's get ready to full buy next round. They'll actively talk as a team. So, but I'm just trying to help you understand on a higher level that this needs to be a standard it's automatic. Guys, we're saving. Tell your team, guys, we're saving. Sell. They don't listen. But at least you understand the fundamentals, okay? Because you will be using it when you start climbing it at the higher levels. So that's that. Needs to know on demand about. Okay, we kind of went to that. He gets good kill on Phoenix main. I should have wrote where you guys started. So this was he gets good kill on Phoenix main. You guys were saving, so you were on sheriff.
Oh yeah, I think I got flashed.
Calls his flash. Okay, so you kill this guy here. Very good kill. He flashed you. You still kill him. Very good kill. Super big. In the higher levels, these type of kills will snowball you to win the round, because you'll pick up his gun. You'll give your gun to whoever, and you guys start killing more people. Blah blah blah. So
all right.
Calls his flash. You're like, I'm gonna flash, right? Okay, that was good. Entry A. Just push his secret without clearing. He can also play patiently. Like, you guys got on site with this flash. Great. You guys start scaling. Boom. Make sure you're clearing first section. Right here. Here. This is up here. That's all first section on this side. Okay. Okay, so when I mean clear first section, you gotta come clear wide always. Obviously, your team are gonna be holding these points where they can peek out if it's not smoked. Then you come here, make sure they're not here. Then you work towards the second slash near parts of the site that are near backside. So second section is always the backside. So this spot, people always play here like that or whatever, or even on this side, right? Dugout, right? This is considered second. So up to this point, that's second section. Okay, so you can kind of see how I can mentally section off sites, right? So this is first section, and then you would clear all of this backside over here, dugout. You've cleared all of the second section. Okay, then you have the option to go third section. But again, this is kind of like coming back to round 3. You guys went in, you flashed.
Cutting their vision.
I don't even really think you've cleared this, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not really about that. It's more about this part. You just start running into the third section. You kind of fast clear this, and then you just run and you should died here, right? Like we gotta be a little bit patient. Just stop here, wait to see if someone will walk out, even listen. Okay, if you hear one, okay, maybe I can fast swing and try to kill him immediately. I hear him run out, whatever it may be. It's all situational, but just be patient with your scaling. It's almost like you're over anxious, overzealous with your scaling, which isn't a bad thing because it shows that you're willing to go to the third section, right? So you have that, you're willing to go spawn and be aggressive. I like that part of your scaling abilities, but we got to use more of our brain aspect of it as well. You put that in the back burner once first and second section is clear. Then you start throttling it. I'm gonna be super fucking annoying and aggressive against these guys and just come and just run up here and kill 2 people with their knives out, whatever it may be. But put that on the back burner after you've patiently slash carefully cleared all these angles where they can be. Okay, even here, this is an off angle where a guy will sit here, and then a lot of the times, probably in my lobbies, you're dead. You probably would not make it here. You probably die over here where this guy's just holding you. Or even maybe over here where he just kills you like that. So make sure you're clearing the second section really, really thoroughly, okay? There's a lot of times you won't clear it. Not you, but a person won't clear it. And this guy's just sitting here, and this guy just runs by him. He won't kill him, especially at the higher levels. And then once this first guy comes here, they think this is safe. So this guy will just... and then kill this guy, kill 3 people. Okay, I've seen that like a bajillion times where this guy just trigger disciplines and kills everybody. Happened to me yesterday in my game too, or it happened on Haven, but that's a different story. So yeah, we're not gonna go too deep into it because we talked about it. First section clear, second section clear, go third side. Don't go just third section right away. Be vigilant, be proactive. Let's use our brain, okay? Because you've got decent aim. I'm not saying your aim is on the ground. You've got good aim. So once you do these things and you set yourself up, okay, you will get more kills, okay? So let's go to the next point. It's round 5. Just identifies they stack B, asks to try A. They start B and they just all dry swing. So here the problem is pre-round. You've identified yourself, and I agree. You're like, okay, they were playing like 2 ops on B and 3 people there. That's retarded as fuck, which they shouldn't be playing like that. Usually it's like a solo op with maybe +1 on link, okay? Because the op usually just covers this whole 1/3 of the map, okay? But you identified they're going B. You even kind of said it in your comms. I'm pretty sure you're like, oh, they stacked B, guys. Can we try A? And they still started, like, they didn't say anything and they're just running B and you're just following them. Like, bro, just use your communications. Being like, guys, go A right now. Come to B. Come to me. We're going A. They stack B with op. Okay, so this is a little bit of being assertive, your communication, being a leader. Okay, understanding the information that's been given to you, their tendencies, their patterns, and playing off that. You're not trusting your intuition. You know they're stacked. Start working A, right? It just makes sense. You know there's 3 there, go A. But you just fell into the trap of being a follower. You're just like, okay, they're gonna go, so I'm gonna go with them. Okay, no, be assertive. Guys, come with me right now. If they don't go by yourself and show them why it's free. Okay, that's what I do. If people don't listen, I'll go by myself, literally entry by myself, and then they're like here. And let's say I just entered, like I made the call you made, and I'm up here, and all the sites cleared. They'll all be like, yo, raid us up, let's go back, right? They just start following me because they know once I'm here and not dead, they know I have the site or had the site for free, and they need to clear just maybe art and flower because I'm over here in secret. But that's that, okay? Just stick with your intuition, stick with your gut, and be assertive. Just really, really be the leader and just be firm on this decision because it's gonna set your team up to win this, the higher chances to win this round instead of running into 4 people. Okay, so the next part of this note is asked to try A, they start B, and they all just dry swing, and you guys start getting semi-traded, like they're just killing. Like one guy died here, or whatever, around this general area. I'm not being specific, but again, comes to the utility usage. Just use this flash and help them get out. Then start looking up here because when they're opping, everyone, especially at the higher levels, maybe not in your lobbies, they hold this angle because it's an off angle. They'll hold here like this because people don't clear that. See, you don't even know, right? Like,
Yeah,
gotta-
I
you-
did. Well, I do play that occasionally, but I didn't hold the angle that you
Right.
held, like more like when they're
right,
swinging out.
right. But that's why they use that angle where this pillar hides them. Where okay, you know, we flash out. Okay, there's no up back calls, and they come over here and they die immediately because this guy has the up over here. You can't see him. So that's why this is such a high level off angle that people play. So you know, you got to be really vigilant, especially when they're opping. Okay, you got to be safe, use your brain and stuff like that. But you know, this is not that big of a round. But again, we kind of know what's going wrong, right? Like the general thing is you're not using your flashes accordingly, especially to help them entry the site and or scale, right? So there's so much, you know, Valorant's so complex, right? So it really ties in with everything. If you do this part well, it makes them more efficient to clear all of this, and then you can even flash in again and help them take site, which makes it easier for you to clear all these off angles. Smoke perfect world, you start clearing this, boom boom boom, and you guys have sight, and it's super efficient. You know, it takes time to do it. It's not gonna happen overnight, but you need to experiencing doing it right one time for you to keep building on that, for you to be like, okay, this is how it's done properly, this is how I'm gonna do it, this is what I like to do, this is how they like to set up here, and then you start adding all the complex stuff. Okay, he's probably backside even if I haven't cleared it, stuff like that. Okay, there's one heaven, he loves playing heaven, right? Knowing their tendencies and patterns. So that's that. Just stop dry swinging everything, bro. Just use your flash, especially as a duelist. You're never gonna just dry swing everything, especially a wide swing. You're just instantly dead at the higher levels. You know, use your brain. Just listen. You can just be patient. Wait, listen. You know, obviously, you know, if you're with your team, different story. But if you're by yourself, you're lurking or whatever, just, you know, kind of listen, see what's up, and just kind of slice the pie. You know, gain an angle advantage, and then kind of start walking up. Don't just wide swing everything where they can hear you. Okay, if you're gonna wide swing, might as well just flash and then do it with the flash. That way they'll hide, you'll gain space, then you can start clearing more stuff, clear close stuff. Okay, your team's holding it, stuff like that. Okay, let's go to round 6. They start mid, so this one wasn't too crazy. This was a pro. You gave accurate comms. I didn't write down exactly what you said. You can probably hear it in the VOD, but you made some very good comms here, so I made that a note. Nothing really happened here. The result doesn't really matter. I was really focusing on you. Round 7, they are faking B. So this is the one round you guys decided to fake, or 1 or 2 rounds.
Oh,
They're
yeah, I
fake.
think my deadlock said it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I had them muted because they were.
Right. And you know, he was kind of talking to you too. He's like, "We're gonna make noise on B, but you still started A, right?" One thing with fakes is that you need to be the center of the fake, as in the duelist, as in a Jet, ISO, or Reyna, or Raze, okay? Because when they see the, especially at the higher levels, maybe not your level, but when they see the Reyna here, they're gonna just assume you guys are trying to scale. That's why you guys are sending in your duelist, okay? For example, if they saw the Cypher here, what are they gonna assume? And that's a question.
That they're playing A because the Cypher, like,
Right.
usually
He's
Cypher lurks.
most of the time, generally. Obviously, there are occasions he's not, but most of the time, especially at an NA server, maybe not APAC, maybe not EU, but NA specifically, okay? When they see the Cypher, they can automatically identify that that's the lurking agent. Okay, even if it was a Killjoy, if they just saw the Killjoy running down here by himself, they would know. You know, and that's something I do. I'm so good at identifying that nowadays. Before I wasn't, but I learned that where I see a lurking agent, I just assume, and he's by himself, like there's no team behind him. I know he's lurking, right? Even a tail, if they just send a solo tail drone, right, and I hear just the drone and I just kind of jiggle and nobody's there, I'm like, yo, it's a fake. Like, stay A and stay mid. Like, this is a joke. This is a joke fake, right? But what I'm trying to explain to you is that once you send the duelist here, you flash because you guys been swinging together with this flash, right? You've conditioned them to believe that you're taking the space, so they don't even want to look that way because it's dangerous. If he's by himself, he's gonna be like, yo, there's at least 3. There's smoke. Yo, the Reyna's here, right? It adds a little bit of fear too, where they actively know as a team that they're willing to fight for this space. That's why they're sending you in. So you need to start B with them, and then let those 2 lurk. But you came behind them 3. You know, it's fine. It's fine. But you know, at this level, it's fine. But once you get to Ascendant, Plus, it's not gonna work anymore. They're gonna identify it as not a fake, and you guys are gonna get murdered in A main. Okay. So and that's, I'm being honest. Like, people are that good nowadays where they can identify those stuff. Obviously, when the game came out, people were not able to identify fakes like that. Even me, because nobody did fakes and rehits. Okay. And the last 2 years is when all this real strategy started coming, like advanced strategy started coming in. Okay. But when the game first came out, nobody lurked at all. Nobody inserted lurks mid when they ran a fake. Nobody did late lurks. That's something I've seen in the last 2 years. Even 2 years ago, when in my peak, nobody really did mid late lurks unless it was Icebox. That's the only map they did it on. But now it's the most common thing everywhere, ever, where it's on any map. They'll say, guys, get a late lurk mid. Okay, so strategy has advanced. So we really need to come up with the times and understand what the common uh, your elo is doing, and then it grows. Okay, you get to diamond, you're like, okay, these guys don't do this what they did in plat, they do something different. It's more patient, more, they do rehits, stuff like that. So you'll learn that as you play and start climbing.
Yeah.
That's something I can't just teach you, right? It's really through experience. It's it goes under the game sense category. So the next thing is round 7. They fake. Okay, so they faking. So we'll stay on the same note. We didn't go through it. Sorry, I'm yapping. They are faking B, going A. They see 2 on back halls. This was the round where he's like, 2 ops on B, 2 ops on B. Remember?
Yeah.
This is where you guys need to start running, okay? Because when you see that, they're just stacked. You don't need to really walk up. Like, you probably could walk up to here and then explode, but there needs to be a sense of urgency here where they've sold the fake. Obviously, it worked, even though you weren't there. They're shooting around. There's 2 back halls with an op. They're probably starting to run over. This is where you need to really start having some sense of urgency. I'm just kind of lagging a little bit. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, so the stream lagged a little, but yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, good. As long as you can hear me, it's fine. I just don't want my stream to disconnect. That'll be very unfortunate. But yeah, so have some sense of urgency here, where he's like, and you make the call for this side of the squad. Obviously, they're on the other side, so these 2 will talk to each other. But you need to talk, guys. Let's go. Get ready. I'm flashing right now. There's 3 on B. Let's go. Right. So you need to lead them on this side. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wrote, they see 2 on back halls. I saw 2 on back halls as well, the question marks, and it says need to go on A site right away, especially when team telling them 2 ops on B. And I wrote, also clear site well, but just AFK and dugout and gets 1 tapped, can play safer or be super aggressive. Okay, so a little bit of a hesitation here where you had a free site, you didn't really clear much. You should work on being vigilant, clearing everything, first section, second section, even flower, maybe not flower. If you want to walk through it, it's fine, but you came here and then you just held this angle. You'll see it on the stream, and you just got 1 tap. Right, like, you gotta make a decision here. Am I gonna play safe? Okay, you could have just went here and tucked, wait for the guy to believe you're not there, and he'll walk up, or he'll be over here and you'll hear him, you just swing and kill him. Or just be super hyper aggressive, as in, okay, we have sight, they're mostly all on B, I'm gonna take this aggressive ass space and just catch them with their pants down, because a lot of the time people are running with their knives up until around this point. If they're going secret, a little bit longer, but here they automatically start taking the gun out, ready for a fight. But yeah, just make a decision. Go push, scale. This is kind of comes back to the whole scaling thing we were talking about. Make a decision. You cleared the first and second section all right. I wouldn't say the best, but you knew it was free. Okay, scale into the 3rd section into spawn and get more kills and be more productive, instead of taking a in this scenario. I would say it's a bad decision, because you had all of the site. You could have just took the space for free and just fuck with them here, even not even just full on commit on a fight, but you could have jiggled them, show them that you're here, so they're scared. They need more than 1 person to run down. He's not gonna give you the angle advantage where you instantly killing him running through. So stuff like that. Just make a think a little bit more, as in, okay, they were all a lot on B, at least 3 on B. They're gonna be in rotation to me. Okay, I'm gonna take the space, super aggressive, come tight, or even hold a headshot angle, whatever it may be. It's all situational, but you just sat in a corner. Like, you can kind of see what's wrong with that, right? I'm not saying it's wrong to do it all the time, but this angle is just terrible, because a lot of people clear it. Just in their crosshair a lot of times. So just stay here, just get ready to swing, stuff like that. Or just go here, sit here. This is a super good spot. Okay, you can hold flower and thing. You can see your gun sometimes if you go like this, maybe, but just, you know, stay close to the wall. Just use your hearing, stuff like that. Okay.
Alright.
So, yep, around 8, they start mid. First time he flashes, it's about second time he flashes. Excuse me. They start mid. First time he flashes, it's double door, but it's still kind of bad. Gets a kill, Link goes back. Art needs to just scale sight / clear it. He goes Link and dies. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened here. So you guys started mid.
I think I remember. Yeah, I
Came
remember
through
flashing
shop.
Link.
Yeah, you flashed. Okay, wait, let me just read this note again. First time you... Oh, yeah, no. So you guys came up mid. I remember your flash was over here,
Yeah.
inside
Yeah,
the
yeah,
door. That's what I remember.
Cutting
And
their
then you
vision.
went through here. But I wrote the flash is kind of bad. Like, nobody's getting blind by this. Unless this guy is, like, over here, which he's not going to be. He's going to be on an off angle. Through here, tight on this. Over here. Or over here, so no one gets flashed. So, you know, if you're gonna flash Link, okay, just keep it over up here.
Feeling sight.
Okay, probably is, you know, this flash would be more for the, you know, this general area if you believe they're there. Obviously, this guy's not gonna get flash, so if you want to do that flash, maybe put it on the
Feeling
ground,
sight.
and then, you know, he can't hold you anymore, and it will actually even help with this one as well. Okay.
Yeah.
The next thing is he gets a kill Link, so you got a kill here. I remember correctly. Like somewhere
Yeah.
here. Can't remember who it was. It doesn't really matter. Goes back art, and then you guys went back art. Needs to just scale, and then you guys went A. Needs to scale sight / clear it. He goes Link and dies. So this was that round where you came back here and you hesitated here. You had a little hezzy step. You're like, and then you decided finally to go here, and then the guy opt you, the tail opt you, right? Your pathing was terrible here. I like the thought process a little bit, but the execution is poor. You know, come here.
Cutting their vision.
Let's say I did a better flash.
Cutting their vision.
Okay, probably like around here,
Feeling
where I
sight.
can get this guy and over here. Okay, you kill this guy, immediately start scaling. Okay, you need to timing, so immediately start pushing spawn. And it's a little bit of a fear. You can even go this way. Obviously, the chance of you dying going through this way is much higher. This guy just died. If there's another teammate on B, he's gonna come and take his place and make sure you're not running up. So, you know, it's a little bit different, but you know, you could come over here and hide and wait for him to run off, whatever. But I would just, once you kill this guy, immediately start taking space. Immediately. You know, don't just start running forever, but you know, run a little bit and then start shift walking. Make sure they're not walking up behind you, and then kill this guy, because this guy walked through spawn. Okay, whether he was connector and came back and then came back, I'm pretty sure that was in his pathing, because then he would have just held art forever, because I'm sure his teammate held Link, but you know, I'm pretty sure he came through spawn back. So if you just waited here too, okay, you just look behind you, just keep making sure you're behind, look, right? You would have killed this guy, right? But you just you came back, you did the non-optimal pathing and came back, and then you just hesitated as well. You didn't really commit. There was a little bit of a fear there, right? Like you're scared to die, but there's no fear, bro. It's a video game, like, you know, and it's not like a MOBA game. I'm sure you played a MOBA game like League, Dota 2, Dota, like Smite.
I haven't actually.
Okay,
but-
well, in those games, it's a free-flowing game, right? There's a, you know, you die and respawn in the game, but in those games, your positioning matter even more, where you cannot take these risks by yourself. If you die, you lose the game. They 5v4 down mid, and they start pushing, killing your barracks, start killing your throne, and you lose the game. Okay, in this game, it's different, where you reset after the end of the round, so you have to think about it like that. It doesn't matter if I die. I'm going to go for a play and try my best to win the round, because next round, I'm alive again. There's no condition that is free flowing as it you get an advantage next round. Okay, but in the MOBA games, there's an advantage with you being dead, or you know, disadvantage. Okay, they will immediately start taking these what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't played in a long time, so I'm forgetting. But objectives. They'll immediately, once 2 of you are dead, they start running down mid, taking towers, taking Roshan, taking Aegis, you know, killing Baron if you're a League player, stuff like that, right? Immediately can identify. So that's why man up is way more important in those games. Those games I can understand not making this play, but in this game, especially if you're man down, you must start taking risks. You gotta be the hero. So take the space, and a lot of the times when you take the space, they're gonna be caught with their pants down, where this guy's just running with his life. You kill this guy, okay? This guy's over here. You kill this guy, whatever it may be, okay? But that's that.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, so point. So just give me 1 second. Double
Yeah, no problem.
doors, back goes back art, needs to just scale. Yeah, and then you just, this is pretty self-explanatory. You went here and you just died. Okay. So round 9, they start A, doesn't flash corner, needs to flashes onto site after guy's already in. So you guys went A. Again here, I'll show you the flash that I do on Pearl, okay? And this is a super advanced thing. I will, start around the barriers around here, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. At the higher levels, these guys don't shift walk main. And I'm gonna ask you, do you know why these guys don't shift walk main to take space at the start of the round? It's okay to get it wrong.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
I
explain
don't.
why. They need to gain the space super fast, so it's a timing. It's a get to the point fast before you. So a lot of the times, with the barriers here, right? So they'll start jumping up right away. So you will automatically can hear if they're there. Obviously, in your lobbies, they're not doing that, so you didn't really know. But there were times too you did hear one close. Okay, what I do is I hear them. Okay, let's say I've played the game for a couple rounds. We like going A, and I've heard them come up trying to take the space aggressively right away. Like let's say if they have a Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
What do Phoenixes do? They run up here and they throw a flash to catch this whole team off guard and kill them, or a Sky, whatever it may be, a Fade to throw the eye above. Okay, what I like to do is if I know they like doing that, I don't even start shift walking. I immediately run, get the space, and I flash right here, and they hear my team behind me. They're never ever gonna stand here and fight. They know they're dead, so they start running. Once they see this, and especially once they hear multiple people running, they're gonna start running away. Okay, unless they have an AWP and they want to hold their ground, or their Chamber, Reyna, Jet, where they can get away with after the first kill. Okay, so identify. Do they like to do that type of play where they sit here on this off angle? Because in your lobbies, obviously they don't do it. But at the higher levels, this is 90% what they do. Okay, on A main, they will run up here and hold this off angle. So you need to identify. Do they like doing that? If they do, I'm running up, never ever letting them get the space, because if you guys are running up and you don't do this, you guys are all dead. This guy's gonna flash his corner. You guys are all dead. So that's why you need to run up and be aggressive. Just start running, just throw this flash, and get ready for a fight right here. Always right here. Okay, and then you clear these off angles where they can sit, or whatever you can hear. Okay, because this will help your team take this whole space. But something you don't do, but you'll learn it. So again, listen. Okay, and sometimes in my games we have like a Gecko KO where I'll tell them to throw a flash immediately, because I know how important this space is. If they get up here and start flashing our team, it's GG. We lost the round, especially if they start killing us. It's not GG if we stay alive, but the whole point is for us to gain space, not to give it up. We're not going to start rotating B because one guy is holding the whole main, right? Like, it makes no sense. Then they'll know we're going B. They're going to start running and get a head start. Look how far it is for us to go. Especially if we don't want to go to mid, but damn, it's really fast for the rotations. It's a defense-sided map, in my opinion. It could go both ways, but in my opinion, it's a defense-sided map. The rotations are fast, so yeah, just run up, flash this corner, get ready for a fight. They're never ever gonna fight you here unless they hear one. If they hear you and your team running up, they're never gonna take that fight. I can guarantee it, because I know, because it always works for me. Where there are times there people are stubborn too. This guy's like, fuck, this Reyna's just always flashing this and taking space, doesn't want me to play it. I'm gonna try to fuck with them and hold my ground. But a lot of times this guy, he's in big trouble. Whether I die, my team's got my back. He's dead, and then that relieves the resistance. They know that no one's really close. That is the close guy, and then they only have to worry about one or two max. Usually on A they play two, and then they lean more towards mid, or even one. They'll play one on site. So yeah, that's that. You gotta always clear this. You just literally walked out like this, like you're dead. At the higher levels, this guy's here, this guy's here, this guy has an off angle too. Okay, don't ever forget about this guy. This guy has an off angle too, so you're immediately dead. Okay, so round 9 doesn't flash.
I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, so you know that, like, right there, that little corner behind you?
This one? This one?
No, not to the right.
This one? This one? The boxes?
No, like,
this one? The one I just showed you? This one?
Yeah, like, because you know how you said, like, I slow walked like this?
Yep.
Can you, could you silently B-hop over? Like, should I just do, oh, yeah, I guess
Yeah, you probably could, yeah, but most people don't think of,
like that,
right, most people don't. Oh, you're talking about this corner, the off angle. Yeah, the common one. Yeah, you could do that, yeah, but, again, like, at the higher levels, they just automatically assume people are there. Like I'm not even I'm
Oh,
not even
okay.
talking shit. They just
Yeah.
assume whether they don't hear or not, they will know or feel or try to see if somebody is there because it's such a good angle for the attack, the defense, where you just
Yeah.
come out, run out. This bro, you don't know how many times I've seen this. This guy just murdering 3 people, running out when the attacking team uses no utility. They just come out like this. Like usually they're on my team, because when I'm attacking, I never let this happen ever, because I've experienced it before multiple times, and I'll never let it happen again. You know, it's like we learn
Yeah.
off our mistakes. Where I did the same thing. I walked out and they just murdered. We lost around, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm never ever letting that happen again. And I learned to just do this every single time, and it works. It's beautiful. It never, it deters them. Sometimes I'll flash and they'll try to get tricky, and they'll just eat the flash and stay here. But they're dead. They're gonna get traded unless they got crazy aim and they 1v5 us or whatever. But
Yeah.
you can silent bunny hop too. That's fine. But just be ready for a flash, because they're gonna flash this corner because they're gonna assume you're there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's that. And also, if they're hearing 4 or 5, you should probably just leave. You shouldn't stand your ground really, unless you got an op or something. Playing Jet, Reyna, whatever it may be. But that's that. It's a little bit of more of a meta thing we're thinking about, but theory. But so. Yeah, and then so I just wrote, need to clear these corners with flash, and then you flashed into, you'll see it in the VOD, you flashed the entry, the site after this guy was over here. Like you should just, this isn't too crazy of a round, but just do it before he's in, right? Just so that the guy closes flash, or they kind of are scared, deterred to peek this angle. Right, he's like already in and you're flashing. You might as well just save it and use it for a post-plant scenario where they're about to come in, and you can just kind of deter them to go away, stuff like that. Okay, but you can kind of see where that way of thinking is it's flawed. Like I'm not gonna say it's wrong, but could just be a little bit quicker, as in flash for him to go in to do that play. Okay, so that round wasn't too crazy. It's just more utility usage based. Okay, so round 10, they start B, no flash again. Could identify rotation. His team tells him 3 here. They still progress into sight. Rotate after. And I can't remember if they won the round. Doesn't really matter. But, I would have told him to rotate when I'm up here. Not even dead. I would have rotated with them. We would have had a free A 5v5 scenario. But it was like a 2v4 scenario because, everyone's just straggling around here, and you still went in after they're telling you they hear 3, right? You just mindlessly ran in. Like, let's not do that. Let's really think, okay, there's 3 here. The risk of me dying is quite high, because again, it comes into everything else. You're the duelist. You're the first one to go in. You're not gonna bait your whole team because there's 3 and be like, go, 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 go. Okay, you're gonna be the first one in, so you need to also reduce the chances of you dying. So to do that is by calling it off, calling the play off. Guys, I hear 3. Guys, rotate, leave right now, leave right now. I'm gonna make noise for you guys. Throw a flash, start shooting around, whatever it may be. Okay, that's what I do, because I understand if we just all start rotating, they're just gonna rotate as well. So you need to make sure your people stay. Be like, walk off, go towards A. We're gonna make noise. 2 guys, 3 guys make noise, and then the lurker goes up, whatever. The 2 guys go up, whatever. It's all situational, but that's why you need to stay and make noise and stay up, so that way they believe it's either a rehit or you guys are just gonna take it slow, waiting for some key piece of utility, whatever it may be. It's all situational, but yeah, you need to identify this rotation way before. Okay, maybe not way before, but around when he says there's 3 people here. Because that means when they hear you guys, they made a prediction and they stacked the site, and they hear 5 of you running down. What do you think they're going to say to their team? Are they going to tell their team, stay there, stay over there? Or are they going to be like, guys, come right now, there's 5 running it down B main?
Yeah, they're going to be like rotators, 5 people.
Right. So, that's the way they're thinking. So you need to adjust to that, and obviously there are going to be times where you don't know they're stacked, but in this specific scenario you do know they're stacked. Your teammate told you there's 3 there. Whether you process that information as in you saw them or not, your team, you got to trust your team's comment is correct. So he said there's 3. Okay, you'd be like, guys, walk off right now. We're gonna make noise. We're gonna make sure you guys can get on site comfortably, where they're not just mindlessly 5-man running A because you guys all start running. Okay, that's at the low levels. What happens is you identify the rotation, but you just start all running. This guy's just listening to, oh, yo guys, he's all running. They're all running A, guys, and then they just all start running spawn and they beat you to it. Look at the rotations. Okay, from
Yeah.
defense or to attack. If you choose to go to spawn, it's super long. This is a 25-second rotation versus a 10-15 second rotation. So that's that. Okay, we gotta identify the situation and just lead by example. Okay, you just went in. Like, why? Just leave. Guys, dipset. There's 3 here. Leave. It's too dangerous. We can get a free site. Ace free. Probably 1 on A max. Right? Start making these calls. And then, and, you know, you're dead. Obviously, you don't want to really talk when you're dead, but also you could just tell them, guys, just leave. Like, you know, you're just very quiet. Just tell them, leave. You know, way before they actually left. Stuff like that. Round 11. He starts A. He's slow walking main. He will die at the higher levels. Need to flash. So this kind of goes into the round 10 or round 9 points with on A main. We really need to flash this corner. Any corner where they have an advantage starting the round, where they're gonna hold you off angle, whatever it may be, you really need to flash these corners. Even mid, I can show you mid, right? If you don't want to just wide swing this, obviously this part of this map, the attacker actually has the advantage because the defenders have to walk out and clear. Right, they have to walk out double doors and art, but you have the advantage because you're gonna because your barriers over here starts. You're instantly you're holding it. There's a timing where the art guy maybe can beat you to it before, but a lot of the times the attacker has the advantage on this specific part of this site specific map. But you know, let's say even you got here, you know these motherfuckers are opping and love holding art, bro. Just you know, force him off the angle. He's not gonna hold this AFK staring at the flash. He's gonna back the fuck up all the way over here and then hold it from here or here. Right? It's a deterrent tool and also a positioning tool for you, not only yourself but the enemies. You force them to start taking other positions. You flash this, or you start making noise. You come out here, clear the box, clear this. Right? You kind of wait, and then you guys can go back double doors. This guy's gonna be telling, yo, there's too hard. So they start leaning. Even this guy double door might leave and start leaning to help him. So you know, it's a repositioning tool, and it kind of ties in with your game sets. You can start doing crazier things, really cool fakes, micro fakes with your flashes. Okay, and that's what I do. Where I'll be like, guys, all go B. I'm gonna solo fake A because I've conditioned my team where if I flash, you know, most of the time when I flash, my team's with me. So when I flash here one time, they're like, yo, guys, they're starting A, and then they start soft rotating over, walking over, and then my team just slowly starts taking the space, and I run back. I don't just start mindlessly running into the A to fake. You know, I might flash here, make sure I have all of A main. I'll make some noise, get up to here, maybe do one more flash. You know, I'll wait until they're up a little bit more because I don't want to just flash instantly and start running away, because then the enemy team will be like, guys, it's a fake, they're rotating, and they're gonna instantly start sprinting. I want to keep them with their pants down, so I'll be like, you know, keep them a little bit excited, as in they don't know what's going on. So I'll wait. They're kind of slowly, you know, I flash that corner. I'll come up here, make sure it's safe. Kind of wait, kind of shoot around a little bit. Maybe I'm with another guy. We'll both shoot. You know, we'll kind of come up here and then we'll make noise. They smoke it off. So then we'll just start spraying these angles to fake it, like we're trying to clear the smoke. Oh, sorry. And then yeah, this happens when you're in the custom for too long. I'll just rejoin real quick. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But yeah, and then I'll just make sure that they're walking up and then flash, so then they think it's a re-hit, and then and then my team can just walk on site for free. And I've done that so many times. So and I just do it by myself. All we've used is Reyna Eye, right? So it's like, or maybe one jet smoke with it. So it's like, or like one knife or a tail drone. It's like 2 pieces of information to get on the site for free. It's always worth it. So that's kind of where the micro stuff comes in.
Alright.
But yeah, we won't go too deep into that. Sorry, just let me get this. It always does this. I hate how they made. I'll just kick you because you can just watch my POVs. Will be faster.
Alright. Yeah.
So this is the last round for attack. Okay, round 12 goes mid. Okay, we kind of touched on this on the general notes. Goes mid. Spam spraying with sheriff. Needs to have better crosshair placement and timing. And we can kind of already know what's wrong with this. Like, you know, you identify he's there, great. You swung, okay, I give it a mediocre like play. But you know, you're just spamming him like panic, right? It's pure panic. We gotta just chill, be calm, relax, know you're better than him, understand. You know, it's almost like confidence in a way. You've trained your aim so well. You know you can kill him. Okay, this will come with time. It's not gonna be instant, but you'll get to that point where you're so confident in your aim, you're gonna instantly delete this guy. Doesn't matter where he pops up from. So, you know, you gotta build that though. Can't just learn it off doing this every single time. Okay, you just jiggle it, pre-fire maybe. Okay, okay, he's there. Okay, add a little movement to him. You swing, he sees you. Don't just insta crouch. You know, move around like this. A lot of times you're gonna kill them because they're gonna be the one crouched, especially if you're a better mid-fight mechanics in terms of aim. Okay, you just swung, insta crouch, like not only were your crosshair off, like not on him, it's like you're going everywhere. Like it's like a panic, right? So it's all good, you know. We've all been there. I've been there especially too, where you know I had to learn calm aim, but that comes with training your aim, having a routine, being consistent, making sure you're adding progressive overload to your aim training. It's not you're just doing the same exercise, you know, 5 minutes every day for the rest of your life. You got to make sure it becomes 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Add more exercise. Work on other mechanics like micro adjustments, flicking, tracking, stuff like that. Not just only flicks, right? Some people only practice flicks, but there's other aspects of aim, stuff like that. Okay, you know, it's not too crazy. Just take it easy. Just jiggle it for information. He's there. Don't just wide swing immediately. He's gonna anticipate that type of fight. Or he saw you, he whiffs. He's gonna think you're gonna re-swing right away. Just fuck with his mind. Swing. Haha, I'm here. You're not gonna kill me though. I know you're there. I know you know I'm here, but I'm not gonna give it to you. Okay? Be patient. Wait for your team. Stuff like that. Okay? This is kind of a game sense part of taking fights and stuff like that. Okay? It may not seem like that, but it is. You know, there is game sense involved in taking fights and stuff like that. That's why you see the pros do these crazy ass fucking clips, because it's a part of game sense. It's not just purely aim and reaction. It's they're actively thinking about where they could be. He could timing here. He could come behind, stuff like that. Okay, so let's get into defense. I know you know, you guys got kind of rolled, so it's not gonna be as thorough as your attacking rounds because there wasn't much I could write. Like they just came in and killed all you guys, and you're the last one alive. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, it's kind of on your team, and you guys are like, you know, it's a little bit on the team effort more so your individual level. So that was a little bit unlucky in terms of that. I wish it was a little bit more of a closer game. Like, you guys were coming back like 5 more rounds maybe. Then I would get way more data. Like, see you guys retake. I never saw you guys retake almost ever because you guys were so down in man that. It's not even a retake at the point. It's like a 1v2, 1v5 or a 2v5 retake. Like, it's still a retake, but you get what I mean. It's not a team effort. It's really down to one guy to clutch, and you never want to be in those positions, okay? So round 13 starts A. They say they going B. He full rotates, looks at minimap, knows one is B link, and then this is more of a pro. And then you told your team, hey, one B link, and remember they killed him? And you were like going to respond. Remember that round? So that was really good by you. And that's a high level way of feeding information. Like, you're probably in the 10% maybe at best of my students that do that, especially at this level. The higher levels there's a standard that you must do that. But you know, you're probably the first plat player that actually is doing this. Most of my plat players don't do this at all. They only calm what's near them. So if I start B, I hear one, they'll be like 1B, and then they'll see 3A. They don't say anything. They don't even know what the hell's going on. But that's how I know your game sense is much better than a lot of these players in this ELO, is that you can identify that. You're literally running from A, but you're telling them, hey, 1 link, 3, whatever it may be, right? That's a high level way of looking at the map awareness, stuff like that. So you just have to keep working on that, where it's on a super good high level player level. Sorry, you already are. You know, it's quite good. So just keep working on that, making sure you're feeding the accurate information. Don't just start blabbering because you think that's right. Make sure it's accurate, right? Definitive.
Yeah.
So that's nothing crazy. And then I just wrote, he's just peeking long and whiffing a lot. So I can't remember. I don't remember if this was the Phoenix round. I don't think it was, but you just swung and you're whiffing and just trying to fight. Like, we kind of touched on that. Take a chill pill, relax. We don't need to ego these kids. I know you probably believe that you're better, and I do believe you're better than most of these players in lobby, but that's not an excuse to start griefing, okay? At higher levels, they call this a grief. Stop griefing. What the fuck? You stop throwing these rounds, and they'll get really upset at you because everybody knows it was a terrible play. Okay, at the high levels, not only will you know, okay, everyone will know your mistakes. They'll call you out. Okay, so it happens in all of the Ascendant Plus games. They'll start calling you out because they know how retarded the play, not you, but that person made is. And it happens to me, right? I gotta take accountability when those happen. Okay, fuck, my bad. And me these days, I'm better with it. I try to take accountability before they call me out. So I'll be like, yo, fuck, my bad. I shouldn't have swung that, right? I just know, so I'll just tell them. But you know, before I wouldn't try to. You know, I'd get defensive when people call me out, like, nah, my way was right. But that's a wrong way of thinking. We really got to be critical and analyze every single thing. So yeah,
Alright.
let's just take a chill pill in that scenario. These scenarios where we have not much information, we don't need to just swing them for info. Just jump peek it if you want, if you really want. Jiggle it. Fast jiggle, shoulder peek, stuff like that. Okay, use a piece of utility. Okay, obviously I'm ISO, but let's say I'm Marine. I just throw my eye in the air. Okay, guys, 5 people shot. Like, I can hear how many are shooting, right? So if 5 people shot, I can just give them the information. I don't even need to peek this. I just know, guys, start taking space mid. Just start holding, contain them inside this whole section, right? So it's kind of like that, okay?
Yeah.
The next point, round 14, starts A main, whiffs his shot, just standing in the clove decay and still fights, still takes a fight, and they end up getting ecoed. So you guys one pistol. Okay, you gotta identify the situation that I'm about to explain to you. This is a crucial round. If you get ecoed here, you not only lose 1 round, you lose 2 rounds, because the next round you guys are broke. Because this round you guys spent all your money to full buy, right, to play against pistols. But if you lose this round, you have no economy. You have 2K next round. So it's a little bit of understanding fundamentals of economy, stuff like that. And you know, we kind of went through this, right? You played this angle because you kind of know it's good, okay? You saw them come. This guy, you whiffed your martial shot on whoever, Chamber or Teo, and then you saw the decay coming, and you're just standing here, AFK. Because there, you need to identify this multiple. You need to get the fuck out, because you don't really have that good of a gun to kill multiple people. You have a martial, okay? If you had an SMG or a rifle, okay, different story, or an op, different story. But you've got a martial and you whiff. They know you're standing there, and you're still standing in the same spot. It's not like you adjusted. Okay, he shot you, missed, and he saw you. You came back wide, or you came back on a tighter angle. You just stood here, AFK. You'll see it in the VOD. And then the clove shoots the decay, and you're just sitting in the decay, fully decayed. Okay, vulnerable, as in it takes less time for them to kill you because they only need 2 shots versus 4, whatever it may be. You're just standing in the same spot. Okay, so we can kind of see what's wrong with this, right? You need a micro position. Okay, either start here, take your shots, or swing wide and try to take a shot, and then come back and then work here. Okay, because they gave you the space for free. They didn't flash you. But don't just stand in the same spot. You're just AFK. Like, bro, like, you know, you're gonna die, right?
Yeah.
And you did die, and you guys lost the most crucial round. If you guys won this round, it was actually a chance you guys could still win the game. But this round literally sealed your guys' fate, as in they get match point. They get to 12. So that's like sealing, you know, a lot of teams' fate. It's really hard to come back when they get 12. You can win when they get 11, 10, still winnable. But when they're on match point, there's not much room for error. Like, it's almost non-existent. You got to play a perfect game to come back. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen, but we want to not put ourselves in that position where now we have to play a game where it's perfect. Okay, so let's just not AFK here. Okay, once you miss, you gotta get the fuck out, because you understand there's gonna be more people. You gotta just get out. Even come play this tight angle, reposition yourself, micro adjustment movement. Okay, not just your aim, but it applies with movement as well. You know, I explained to one student where, you know, like on bind on B, he would just updraft on the department. He'd kill one, and he's just sitting there. And I asked him, "What do you think the enemy team is gonna say when you kill his teammate there, that guy that died, right?" And he's like, "I don't know." I'm like, that guy's gonna tell his teammate that you're sitting there, you're dead, and right. So position, come down, and maybe hold the elbow where they're gonna look at you, right? Just get ahead of them, right? It's kind of like chess. Be 2-3 steps ahead of what they're thinking or what they've been fed. Okay, so it's a really advanced way of thinking, but this will really make you a much better player. And if you really watch Radiant streams, that's what they do. That's what the Radiant players do. Okay, I killed this guy there. He's telling his team that I'm here. I'm gonna go over here or over here, whatever it may be, and it works out to their advantage a lot of the time. Okay. So yeah, that coming with that note, bro, like you gotta dip set, okay? Especially when you're versus an eco. Man numbers is everything, okay? If you're down 2-5, you're gonna lose a round, like a lot of the times, unless you got like rifles and SMG and they just start throwing, and they all have classics. But that's not the case. When you die, they start picking up guns. They're gonna have a martial, stuff like that, or SMG, whatever it may be. Okay. So round 15, C's 3 B main. You started A. I'm pretty sure I didn't write where you started, but you started B main. Dies mid, and you called them out. You said 3 B main, and then you died mid. I wrote, can probably just be more patient. Walk patient and wait or slowly clear the angle. He just walks out. I can't remember if this was double door here or art. I'm trying to remember. I think it was double. Actually, I think it was art. Kind of walked out here somewhere here. It doesn't really matter. It's just more so the game sense part. Okay, you see, let's say you rotate up to here and you see 3B main. Just wait. You gotta just sit mid. You gotta assume there's one lurking mid. So just chill out, wait. You know, kind of just slice the pie. Don't just wide swing the angle and come out. You know, make sure you're vigilantly clearing all these angles that they can be. Okay, and then you start flanking. Take some space as well. I mean, this round's not too crazy, but you just gotta be a little bit more patient. It comes down to just that. Like, overall, you're a little bit too overzealous in terms of you want to take a fight, stuff like that. Not understanding
Right.
truly what's going on. As in, you see 3B, you think mid is safe. No, you can't assume that. Just make sure it's safe because you've cleared it. So you walk out, be vigilant. Okay, guys, I cleared mid.
Yeah.
Tell them, right? Okay, I got all of space, all of mid. I'm behind them. I got a flank. Stay alive. It kind of ties in with that stuff. A little bit of a padding / timing issue. Yeah, you just died through mid, okay? No, nothing really crazy there. Round 16, here's Phoenix ult and tells his team it's A. It's walled, it's deadlock walled, but he's just running all the way into spawn. Could use flash after they use utility. His best round in terms of production because you got a decent 3k, okay? But so you were here, you tried going, and then you heard him and you started running. Remember, you got scared. And then,
Yeah, I
but
didn't
you
even
got
realize it's deadlock walled either until
right.
like
So,
later.
but